'cause you're under pressure, under pressure. Pressure. You're cooked. Pressure. Like your shitty ass book. The pressure is real. The pressure is real. The pressure is real. Pressure. You're under the pressure. Drowning in the pressure. You're now under pressure. Pressure. Pressure's got you by the tongue, and it's over now. You're under pressure. The pressure, pressure. Full force, no lecture. 'Cause we're here for pressure.
Ski, Utah. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing? Yes. Thanks to Olap for this picture here. I just, I take it a step further, maybe 4 steps further. I don't know. I kind of do all kinds of things as I'm trying to process all this fraud, all these snakes, right? Sorry, I have a cold still, and trust me, it's lingering around much longer than Tricia and Hidden True Crime. Here's another one inspired by the godmother of true crime, Griffith. I'll just add Griffith to the end of that because that's my opinion, and it looks like it's other people's opinions too. Maybe their experience. I don't know. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions, in my opinion. But I do have it set to subscribers only again, just because it feels like, at least my moderators, do such good work that I don't even know. I didn't see any disruptions, is what I'm saying last time. And I just, they're a little hot. They're hot-headed right now, and at the wrong people, I believe. But they come in here and, they try to disrupt the chat, and I'm not about it, not having it. So what you allow is what will continue. And if I allow it to continue, then that's on me. But anyways, welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here. And so, yeah, I have to credit this to True Crime Sushi. Thank you, True Crime Sushi, for this weird wackadoodle story that I'm like, what? I mean, Tricia's got good stories, allegedly. But I'm like, okay, why why does she do what she does? Why, she came onto YouTube with haters and trolls and stalkers and all those, demeaning terms. And I mean, that was way back in 2020, in February of 2020. And I mean, I have to credit that also to not J is for Justice, Every Day with Jay, who I missed the live today because I slept. I was so mad. I was like, damn it. I love the long ones. But she played the very first episode today, and she played Tringo Bingo. And played the first episode that Trish did with Web Sleuths on YouTube. So, and her very first episode, she talks about haters and stalkers and just crazy people, because she likes to label people as crazy, and I mean, here we go. No, I'm kidding. All right. And then I need to make this, I need to make some emojis out of this as well. But I mean, also what I have in my little arsenal here, which is not really an arsenal, but you know what I mean. So this is zoomed in on the back side of the phone of Porch Guy, Tricia's Porch Guy, right? Where she claims that her son recognized a photo resembling him, possibly from high school. And so I zoomed in to see, like, what am I not seeing? I don't even see like a person, a photo, nothing resembling a person even. And I just wanted to share it with you guys, just because I feel like they're creating evidence. And I think zooming in on it like this is just, it lends credibility to that. That possibly they're blowing smoke up our asses. Okay. Why? I don't know. But I just know that I don't see a person or anything that would be like, oh, that's a person. Who is that? Like I'm not even doing that. I'm going, oh, that's one of those pop sockets. And you put your cards in there. I have one. They're pretty handy dandy, actually. I don't know how people operate these phones without a pop socket. Okay. I don't understand. I'm like, it defies gravity and just things, math that I don't understand when people try to handle their phones without pop sockets or anything like that. Man, I have the smallest hands too, though. So there's that, my little confession. And let me see what else I wrote on here. Tricia Griffith of Web Sleuths, along with executive producer Stacy Rabbit, reported that a man appeared at Tricia's Dallas residence during the day, aggressively knocking and ringing the doorbell. Bang, 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 ding dong, ding dong, bang, 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 ding dong, ding dong, right? According to Tricia, she did not open the door or inquire about his intentions. They also shared a still image purportedly from a Ring doorbell camera, okay, as evidence of the incident. So are they seeing something that we're not? Because I don't see a picture on the back zoomed in, right? I don't see what they're seeing. I don't see the aggressive man. First off, you can't even see the writing on the freaking tag that they say they zoomed in on and got her son or something to look it up, and a Texas official, Department of Life Insurance. Hell, it sounds like an ad, like somebody's business card that they're reading, or like from the phone book in the yellow pages. I don't know. I'm really trying to understand. And I also am angered by the fact that they think we're dumb. They think we're dumb. I don't think so. But this also bothered me too, because make it noted that Tricia disclosed this unexpected encounter amid the highly publicized kidnapping case of an elderly woman from Tucson, Arizona, named Nancy Guthrie. Nancy is the mother of Savannah Guthrie, an American journalist who serves as the host of the Today Show on NBC. So, was it to generate fear into her audience? Was she simply just sharing a photo of this alleged Ring doorbell man with a lumpy bag that's heavy, even though it looks like he could just hold it with his pinky? I could probably hold it with my pinky. And he had to wade through all that cat stuff. Oh my Lord. Can you imagine? Anyways, I don't know what to make of it. Just when you add it in addition with all the other stuff that I feel they're selling, basically, it stinks. It smells like the product of that cat food when it comes out. You know what I mean? And I also found this too. Just want to share with you this photo of Lauren. Well, AI did clean it up, but this was when she was on live with Tricia and Stacy talking about a case. I don't even remember which one it was, but it was the more recent ones, I guess. And I noticed that she is flipping off right there. She's like, that's her middle finger, and the way she looked into the camera, it was like hate, disgust. It was, I don't know. Anyways, it also, I don't know why her eyes look two different colors right there, but here we are. I mean, it's not that look, but it's that look. Anywho, I don't know what to make of it. Back to Boomer Bandit. Hey, oh, I didn't turn my camera on. My bad. Wait, I'm messing up. Anyways, hey, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Dreadful Penny. The book bag is lumpy, though, Crescia. My God, it is terrifying. Could you imagine what a lumpy bag? Don't get around your oatmeal. I'm glad I don't like oatmeal. Never have been a fan of oatmeal, but the tip of his finger is missing in the picture. In the picture, the middle, his finger. Oh my God. Just know I didn't remove anything. Just saying. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and his thumb, I would say, would be on the other side of that phone. You know, it's just not very defined. The pinky and the finger next to the pinky, whatever, ring finger, I guess. I know I was trying to see if he was married or had a wedding ring on, but I didn't see one. And yeah, see 1, 2. Well, why does it look like his fingernail's long right there? Hold on. We have a new. Oh, it's long there too. Okay, I don't know. I didn't cut it off, is what I'm saying. I don't know if he really is lacking phalanges, but mystery solved, right? Let's see. Welcome in. Hey, all up. How are you? I did see that you had posted a new video. I don't want to like use the stuff you're posting, but then I'm like, I haven't been able to go over it in its entirety yet. Again, I slept today. And anyways, and yeah, like last night, where were we? I was watching Jolene, right? Yeah, I think so. And that was, well, I wasn't in that one though. I don't think it was that one, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Can we get back to talking about animals having coitus with, or humans having it? Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that was wild. Totally wild. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. It's like the same formula, right? Mm. Same formula. What? What you got questions about? You don't know? No, don't be sorry. Girl, I mean, this is why we collab about things, right? I didn't notice that until you said something. And I'm like, well, it must not. I mean, my conclusion is it just must not be very defined to see, but don't be sorry. Ever. Tricia said, I know. I wrote myself a note to contact the police departments around Tricia's area to oh, okay, here's some notes I wrote. And this was from watching Jolene, her March 29th roast or whatever of Tricia reveal. I guess you could say something is off with Web Sleuths is the title of it. And it says, this live was privated. Tricia admits to going live for 2 road field trips in this video too. So she admits to going live 2 times. This is when they're like doing their apologetics type stuff, revisionist history. Tricia does like to do this. She's done it with the recording of John Ramsey, denied it. Her and Stacy boldly. I've got to get all those things together, which is another part of my other project, right? I've got simultaneous things going at the same time of I don't want to just bitch about it. I want to do what I need to do, what gets things done, right? So I want to maybe put it in the hands of people who know what to do, who are in charge of those decisions, But interesting how they deny it, even though it's you. I mean, I've got the clips. I just have to pull them. It's in my photos of my phone, and I have so many things in there. So I haven't pulled them together, but they're in there. I've got them. I've collected them. Just this is what I do. I collect their damn. That's what I do. I collect all their bogus claims. But yeah. So I mean, okay. So Tricia admits that she went live for those 2 road field trips, even though she privated the videos so that we can't see them, right? Because she felt like she didn't explain it well. She didn't explain the first one well, so she went and did the second one. So now we know, according to Tricia, she went and did the second road trip because she felt like she didn't give it enough explanation the first time. And before any of these road trips happened, we did not know a goddamn thing about Beth B, any of these shenanigans, okay? No, I mean, not at all. Not one time. We were and it's like there's a moment, if you were watching live with Jolene whenever she was going over these videos, this road trip, and it was privated midstream, mid-review, then it was like this like what do you call that? Consensus amongst the community where we're like, "Oh my, what are we oh my god, Tricia, what are you doing?" Like it became not just funny or snarky or in that kind of mode. It became like, "Oh my, are we witnessing a crime? Are we witnessing, like, self-snitching? Are we witnessing something very nefarious here?" It was like a moment, and then anyways, and then the video was privated, and then we were like, "Oh, hell no." I think that's part of what at least for me, I can speak for myself, but it's like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah," like, we're not dumb. I'm not dumb. We're not dumb, and we just caught on to we read through your bullshit, lady, and you just told on yourself so many times, and then Stacy, you're like, "Right, Stacy?" And she's like, "Right, boss." And here we are, and then I'm telling you, they're going to outright deny it because she's done this before, even though there's video proof of her fessing to all the things, volunteering the information, volunteering the self-snitching. It's like a voluntary self-snitch. And, yeah, um, don't mistake my kindness as a weakness, or don't mistake, we're not stupid. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I know about that. Let me finish that. So I wrote the next note although she wasn't trying to be dramatic, she's still so afraid of the guy that came, onto her front porch. It's just the way they go about with the dramatics, and they say things. It's like Dr. John when he says that he's not at all evaluating anybody professionally. He's never had a session with them under professional circumstances, but then they go on to diagnose. Okay. It's like, I'm not doing this as I'm actually doing that very thing. And that's part of the double speak thing that I'm just like, You're doing it now and now and now." And then it becomes revisionist. And then the next note says, "Trisha and Stacy gaslight audience, deflect all the heat back onto those, exposing them for the frauds that they appear to be, saying that those criticizing them are making jokes out of Beth B's death," which is laughable. I mean, just all in of itself, because it's obvious who's making a joke of themselves and disrespecting their dead subscriber slash I'm saying subscriber because I don't have any proof this lady was any more than that. She got taken advantage of, it seems. Dead friend slash subscriber. Can you imagine? Like I told Jason, I'm like, so imagine I die and then somebody contacts you trying to get my estate or whatever. Like, who is you, lady? Who is you? Anyways, so I don't know. Wild, but we need to get the police report if there is. I mean, that would be one way to fact check her, is to debunk whether or not she actually called the police or not, or if they created this whole thing. And I mean, oh my God, if so, shame on you. If so, I know, I know, I know. Look, I'm having problems getting into the lawsuit in Harris County, with all the depositions and all that. I've filled out the thing and got an account, and it's like, I don't know. I did something wrong, and I finally gave up that night, but I need to continue trying to get in. Yeah. I mean, again, she invited us in. Don't invite us if you or don't do shit. Don't do shit that's bad. Don't do nefarious shit. Don't do sneaky shit. Don't do fraudulent looking shit. Okay? Don't treat people like crap and then Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. You ever heard that? I'm sorry. It's in a song, but it's that simple. And it's not everybody else's problem. It's not everybody else that's just so a meanie. We're not being meanies. We're holding you accountable. Somebody's got to, because it's gone unchecked for obviously decades, in my opinion. It's gone unchecked, and here we are. We get to be the brunt of it. You wonder if Sue owns it? Didn't they like settle? Oh, are you saying like part of the settlement? Yeah, and saying she proved Sue was lying? I don't think so. And she shouldn't be able to do that. That's like Tim Ballard saying that he won against the women who filed lawsuits against him. And it's like, no, you didn't win, Dick. What happened is you found a loophole, because that's what lawyers, I mean, not loopholes, but they find technicalities that make it go away. They're like, oh, you can't bring this evidence in because of that. And so you didn't win. Your sperm is on her skirt, and spit and spooge. Where's Hawthorne when you freaking need them, right? Anyways, they used a Utah lab, but I'm just saying, I don't know how it was settled. I guess, I mean, it seems like they were doing all the, I'm just me. I don't have any professional credentials, right? But it seems like they were going, like it goes to trial. Again, I don't even have the lingo for this, but I guess before it made it there, like when shit was getting really serious, then there comes a time when you can settle out of court, before seeing the jury trial or have a judge. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It was no wool being pulled over my eyes moment. Yes, that would be disgusting. Yeah, for sure. That's funny. Stacy said she got the fraud squad, the mod fraud squad, right? From the Department of Insurance, but she never said anything about actually reporting it. And see, Tricia says that yeah, that's who I was taking notes with you, or I don't remember. But I remember watching you, listening to you last night go over it. Yes, it does help. We don't get, like, look, I've learned this, for me at least. I'm more of a, like, if it's visual and audio, I am like overstimulated. There's a lot going on. I'm reading the person, the body movements, the body language, whatever. And I'm also, if it's Lori Vallow or Chad Daybell, I'm triggered by them, by the sight of them, And so I kind of tune out maybe all what's being said. But then with Lori's trial, whenever in Idaho, whenever they were just allowing the audio to be published in the afternoons every day after trial, it's like when I would just listen to it, I retained so much more, because, I can be doing what I'm doing, which is basically what I'm going to do anyways. I'm going to turn something on. I'm going to just kind of do what I got to do. And I'll be painting or whatever it is that I'm doing. And I'm like locked in, because I'm just hanging on. I'm visualizing it in my mind, and it just helps me retain the information more, and I'm not so spacey. But I'm a Taurus, though. Taurus all the way. This will actually be my first birthday in 4 years that's not had a trial railing right over it, So, yay, I get my own birthday this year. I get my autonomy back, finally. It was always dead center, too. Every year they had a trial in April. I'm like, God dang. Or 3 years in a row, my bad. But yeah, I don't know the ownership. Right now it's Othram. It's Othram for sure. Let me pull something up. Let me do this. See if I can pull that video clip up. Told you I'll have clips. I'm like the clip champ over here. Here, I'll share my screen. I feel like you're just staring at my mole. Just kidding. One time, my real dad, my bio dad, he swatted at me. He was like, I was like, Dad, that's my mole. He was like, oh yeah, sorry. Anyways, haha. I know it's a clip that she got of Othram buying it, and I just saw it in my phone. I hate gnats. Anybody else? Are you with me? Gnats are annoying. Is that it? No, it might be. What is this? Just screenshot. So it might be from this one. December 26th. Leeds, right? Let's see. Well, here, I'll play this while I'm looking for that.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then
this is from New Year's Eve with Jolene and Jay and me.
Like, I don't know. People just do this to distance the church from Lori and Ted.
1 minute to midnight. Thank you for answering me. 1 minute to midnight. Is that going to be Pacific? It's 3 a.m.
It's going to be
Pacific time.
Yep, it's my midnight.
It's Jolene's midnight.
Woohoo!
Is it?
Jolene's over there. Alex, Cox.
Serious? Look at I opened this giant bag of Skittles and I was like, oh, I got a project tonight.
She's stressed
the rainbow.
Alex Cox.
I'm like stress eating.
That would freak me the freak out though, to be honest.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
She's like, yeah, I was just popping on to say hi and Happy New Year. And I found out, yeah, I did stand up with Alex Cox.
Oh my God.
That was wild.
Yuck.
And the Tara Lynn's Kin connection.
Oh my God.
That is just enough for me.
Oh, I don't know who that is. So
oh,
I'm like,
Precious, stay away from her.
You're good.
I like that you watched The Real Housewives in Salt Lake City. I did watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've not watched the what is it? The Mormon
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I'm like, what?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Aren't we a lively bunch?
Right. Well, Happy New Year.
Someone said, poor Jolene was stuck in 2025 dealing with this. I've been in 2025 too long. And Megan said she's leaving this, or she was going to never talk about this. What did she say? She got the year wrong. She said it was 2025, but she meant to say 2026 or something. She's not going to bring it into 2025. We're like, okay, Megan.
Megan.
It's like a plunger bringing a old shit, man.
Her
Happy
new
New Year,
name
Megan.
is
Are you
Girl
guys
John.
wish Grayson a Happy New Year?
Happy New Year,
Yeah,
Grayson.
Grayson, Happy New Year.
Quit messaging people and trying to scare them, Grayson. And also, Tricia, check your Android. June 18th, 2024. You allegedly have screenshots that Lauren sent you of a conversation Lauren had with someone else. So you know this was going on allegedly. So check it, Trish.
Check it.
June 18th.
We want to know.
Tell Stacy. Stacy's going to check.
Tell your executive producer. You have multiple screenshots that Lauren sent to you. Allegedly.
Me? Who?
Tricia.
Oh, the insightful one.
What? I don't think that's true, Jolene.
Okay, so 2026, officially all my conversations are off the record. That's where I stand. I'm stating it now. Stating now. I know. Grayson?
We got our eyes on you. Whenever they play that, whenever Dally plays that little clip of Grayson in her eyes doing it, oh my God.
Oh, God.
I'm like, what the hell? Big time. Okay, so
who
I
is
found
it that has that soundbite? Is it Jolene or Hella? That the psycho. Who's this?
I found
Adam.
Look at Adam.
This is Adam. Adam was also a DJ, just like Trish.
Adam. Oh, Adam also was
And
involved in a civil suit.
And Lauren. Okay. I mean, is there a coinky thing going on here? Just coincidence theory.
For a death.
Who's this dude again?
So this
is
Lori's
alive brother.
Mm-hmm. The other brother.
Oh, not Pace Picante sauce.
No, Lori Daybell.
Not Lauren.
Lauren. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, you're gonna have a nightmare.
They're the same people to me. I swear.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
So he worked for a radio station. He was a DJ, and they had a water drinking contest. And they let this woman drink so much water It killed her. She was trying to win a Wii. It was called Wii for a Wii.
Are they dumb? You can actually die from water.
Totally. Yes, she did.
She did.
At his stupid radio station, they did this.
Yes, and there was
That is
And then they
such
fired them.
a
He has
thing
a
they
vote.
would do.
She was
at a
trying to
radio
win it for
station.
her little boy, dude.
Oh, poor lady.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, just this all kinds of weird shit. I remember reading John Glatt's book too, and there was a story about a girl named Stacy something that was friends with Lori that got stabbed, and Lori was supposedly around. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but God to
Just
find the
say allegedly, and we're good.
I
I
did.
like this. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Who is that?
It's a clip from South Park. There when they had Michael Jackson, they were pretending, and he goes allegedly.
It's so perfect.
I love that one.
Yeah, that was him. That was Adam Cox. I mean, he was one of the DJs. I mean, they did fire him.
And
There was a lawsuit
then
and everything.
Adam Cox was also the one that was supposed to meet up with your uncle on
Allegedly.
the day of the.
Intervention.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, now he's a pickleball coach, which is interesting because St. George, Utah, is pretty
That's-
small. And I sound like Lauren. And sorry, been watching too much of her shit. Okay,
All of us
but-
have.
I know we're like Sue.
I'm gonna start saying like all the time, like a comma. Like,
We all feel like we have
hot dog lip. Mm.
It's a community. It's a community.
Community.
There is
weird.
that Utah
wild.
accent.
Okay,
I've heard it
Yeah.
now. I thought maybe people from Utah didn't have or
Hold
didn't
on.
have an accent, but
Where
Lauren
else?
definitely has.
Well, so there's a guy that I've been, again, researching the Hamlin case. There's this guy named Gordon Bowen who also he made the church's emblem or their logo. Okay. And he's been excommunicated twice. He's also been in a contentious divorce where his kids and his stepkids had even accused him of, diddle. And so this Tom Harrison he testified at that divorce trial or whatever. And this guy, Gordon Bowen, I'm going to find the shorts of me telling this story because I just found them again last night. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to keep these on tap, but I didn't do it. So give me a second. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to just give you a little tidbit about Gordon Bowen, who he is and how he also talks about pickleball. He plays in St. George.
Elite.
And that's where Adam happens to be,
His friends with
teaching
Romney.
pickleball. I don't know if I should warn him or watch him. I don't know which one to do. But let's see. I'm looking.
I'm still looking over here too. I'm looking while I'm looking.
Y'all there?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm like, what the hell? Where did I
I'm
go?
having Stacy on. You get her to fill the dead air, and she's like, let's see.
Should be around here.
Just
suck.
Didn't he get
There's so
caught
much
like being on a dating site at a pickleball thing too?
With Nancy
I-
Joe or something.
And
yeah.
now he's a coach.
And a life coach.
Are you kidding me?
No, we need to like dig the hell into this life coach shit.
What is
Because
with them all being life coaches?
I don't
Mhm.
know. It's like
They ain't got their shit
Dude,
together.
it's like a god complex. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Um,
What?
They-
I would not never think I could be. I'd be like, what? No.
Especially when you're in, like, if Megan and just Megan, okay, not even Lowen, okay, the life coach who needs a life coach basically, but especially being in this genre and doing the research that I do, I for sure am very leery of people who label themselves as a life coach, as did Jody, who lost her license, who was taking all the John's clientele, all the clientele in St. George. And I mean, we didn't hear that from John until, I didn't even know until Jay pulled it together, Every Day with Jay, that he had appeared on a documentary and said that, he told a little more. And I mean, again, this is all under the auspice that Lauren has never said that she has a more personal relationship with Tom Harrison. And I mean, that's one of those things. It's like a need to know and a want to know. I think we need to know. We deserve to know. And I mean, especially now, the trials are over. The damage is done. She's officially and effectively kept Tom Harrison protected, in my opinion. Visions of Glory. I mean, just the whole thing. And I feel y'all, I mean, I about jumped out of my skin whenever I saw the other day. Okay. I've noticed that Lauren has been covering crimes involving like the Squatty Potty, okay, or which is a Mormon affiliation to the very people like they're affiliated or associated with Angel Studios people and Russell Brunson, who was targeted. Okay. He was like a Mr. H. Okay. He was a wealthy donor in the church, and there are allegations stating that M. Russell Ballard targeted by wealthy donor list. Okay. Can't prove it. He's dead, and they're never going to admit it. Even if I'm telling you, they just never will. It's just not going to happen. But that the allegation is that M. Russell Ballard targeted Russell Brunson, who is over ClickFunnels and who goes and parties with Tony Robbins on his island. He has an island. I mean, hello. Telling you, it's the Mormon branch of all this stuff. It's the Mormon branch of the elites, Epstein, all the things, all the way up to Carlos Slim, who was the wealthiest man until Elon became, it's just a pissing contest, basically. And then you have Frank Vandersloot, the other billionaire, wealthy, owns East Idaho News, controls the narrative. And then you have Lauren infiltrating, pretending to be one person. And you find out that after all this stuff, then I find out that her brother was best friends with Tom's son. I mean, that's just one of those things where I'm like, you're a little biased, lady. Or if I had known that. But again, there's no informed consent. There's no, she likes to blur the lines. Hell, she likes to write them, in my opinion. They like to create the narrative, is what I'm saying. And by, oh yeah, I do, Googie. I do. I do. There's got to be a way we can share these things PDF style, not PDF. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, if it's the same thing that Tricia has been accused of doing by multiple people in this lawsuit or whatever, between Sue Pruitt and her, where they say that she's targeting people, and she like intervenes. And so instead of that person, the wealthy donor or whatever, helping the Alexander family through, I mean, the toughest time in their entire lives, they're in a very vulnerable position that they didn't ask to be be involved in or thrust into. Okay. But she undercuts, and undermines that, and then goes right to the source, but it claims she's doing it out of the goodness of her heart. And she just want to make sure nobody was taking advantage of him. Not yet. Now, now, it's like she took that resource away from victims of violent crime. People like my family. So if she's fundraising every July 22nd and saying that she's raising awareness, whatever it is that she's claims to be doing and has been doing since she came onto YouTube, period, back in 2020, then where is that money going? Hella raid. I'm feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we just have the clips in my head. Sorry. Welcome in, everybody, into the weeds. Yeah, good to see you. Hella Raid, Hella and Dolly. Top of the afternoon to you, or morning, wherever you are. Howdy. I have it set to subscribers only, just to kind of try and keep Tricia's trolls out. Okay. That's what I'll call them, because, don't want to be disrupted more than I already am. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. Member for 2 months. Welcome in. Glad to see you guys here. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe and all that, branding stuff that I don't ever do. But back to Brad Pitt. Not. What was I talking about, though? I was talking about Oh, hiding Tom Harrison. Just that whole thing, it pisses me off. I think I'd rather have her have like 8 billion freaking demeaning text about me, rolling her eyes at me because wait, here, I got it still. I need to take them down though. Do I still have it? Yeah, I do. I'd rather 1,000 of these than just knowing that she kept Tom Harrison hidden, because hidden true crime, right? Am I right? Hidden true crime. When people tell you who they are, listen, is the lesson of today. But and true crime is true. I need to take that down. Last time I'm playing it, I'm gonna delete it right now. I'm tired of it. Takes up a lot of space. Anyways. But yeah. And I mean, I'm still getting to the bottom of the effects of that. Just her protecting her and John. John's job, it looks like, in this narrative setting, this narrative, that's what they're driving. I mean, good at it, right? Because we're not back here going, oh yeah, they're orchestrating some shit. We just think he's a doctor and says who he says he is and practices what he says he practices. And then same with Lauren, we just take her at her word. We take Tricia at her word at face value. And I mean, but now I know better and now I cannot look away. And I think that's how maybe a lot of you feel too. And it's like now a duty. It's like now my job, part of my job, to raise awareness about these people who take advantage of people in vulnerable positions, situations. And then they also, in my opinion, in my experience, it feels like we've been exploited as well by them, by Tricia, by, her friend, her dear friend, Lauren and John. And I'm not down with that, And I mean, again, Tricia took such a strong stance against my family, basically says, F you, but then going to fundraise. You know what I mean? Like make it make sense. How do they how do they write that in their mind? How do they justify this? How does Lori justify, being able to label people as zombies and dehumanize them in that sense? What is different except for body count between these individuals? Okay. Dehumanization is there. You're dark. You're a zombie. You're a troll. You're a hater. You're not a gem, basically. And it's like, what's different here? Because I mean, that's alarming to me. Again, just saying it out loud, it's like it registers all over again. And I'm like, damn, that's so bold. And I mean, again, we're like, how did we didn't see this coming? Well, or did we? And we just, denied it, or what do you call that? Gave them, I guess, second chance. Try not to be so harsh, not to trust our intuition about people and the things that they are saying, because they tell us, obviously, it's proven. I mean, when we go back and listen to these people, it's like they tell you exactly who they are and what they're doing. It's like in plain sight, literally. I'm saying it like Tricia, literally. Okay, literally. They say it, and then we like kind of tuck it away and overlook things a great deal. And then bam, we're like, I didn't see this coming. When we end up in a situation like with Lori and Chad is kind of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're killers. I'm just saying that, I mean, what's the difference besides the body count, besides, something really horrific happening? But so where's the line between that to where we can protect ourselves and others from being preyed upon by people like this with the same mentality, just different maybe intentions or motives, I guess you could. I don't know. So let me pull this up real quick. Let me play this some more too. Am I still sharing it? No. Rare. Oh, Adam Cox, right? Another DJ, along with Tricia, along with Lauren. How many DJs do we need in this story?
Like, I don't have any. What qualifications do you need?
You don't.
I mean,
and
the
that's
fact
just what
that
Jody Hildebrand was doing.
they're Lori Daybell's family members, that they're qualified to be life coaches is crazy to me.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, that would be
And
like
then-
Chris Watts' family coming out going, yeah, we're going to be life coaches now. What? They would never. I mean, they would never. It's
Right.
weird.
Megan
And
has no self-awareness.
And that's
crazy.
Megan's whole thing is I'm Lori's cousin. Like,
Mhm.
Also, there's
I
no
know.
way like, I'm sorry, but the lady is putting people to sleep. Like, seriously, she should start a channel where if you have trouble sleeping, she will read stuff and you will fall right asleep. Like, you will be
People say that about me.
Oh,
when
Lord.
I
bored.
I ran across some stuff on Reddit where they were, I don't know, I just wasn't ready for it. Like, I wasn't
was
prepared
this
for
stuff.
that, where they're tearing me apart. And I'm like, good Lord.
that's
Okay. It knocked me
Oh.
down for a day because Jason wasn't here all day. And I was just like, oh, it got in my head. And I just wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah, it's never,
I'm not off limits.
yeah, but I mean,
But
it's
a hate
never,
thing, then yeah.
it's never easy seeing
I
criticism of
don't
yourself.
deserve it. I don't think.
mean,
Like, I'm not.
I've seen so
I'm
much
after
because of
them.
just doing comedy and stand up, and so I forget that, like, oh yeah, I can sometimes be like, who cares, but it's like, no, that does, people do, you are gonna have a reaction to that. It is. But I'm trying to think of like the first times I saw mean things or critical things about myself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, do I do that? And then I'm like, I do that.
I'm like, I know, I get them all damn nerves, right? That's
Yeah.
what
The good thing is, like, those kind of things, is if it's something that, you're like, oh, okay, you really,
It's just
can-
preference.
it can kind of help you as you go along streaming. I mean, it's not going to help you if someone's like, you're boring or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be for everybody, Crush. And that's the thing to
And I get
remember.
that. My thing
Yep.
is they're comparing me with podcaster Lauren Matthias. Like, oh, you're just
Yes.
jealous because she, and I'm like, what? You can't compare the two.
No.
You cannot compare the two. And
Lauren has been doing this forever. She was, she's been, even though it doesn't seem like it, she has. And she
It's
has.
normal,
So
though.
she's comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Even though she's uncomfortable, she's
Yeah,
comfortable.
I was gonna say.
Public speaking, even on the internet, where it's not just something that you just know how to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not here to do that. Like, I just
Yeah.
do this because it's, I don't know, it's a vent for me, and it just helps me to,
I can kind of
like this
yeah.
community formed, and I'm like, wow, and I mean,
it gives me a chance to kind of I guess work out what people are saying too, how like Lauren has been reporting on this crime or this case, I'm sorry, and things like that, and you kind of, I don't know, I process that and I'm like, well, kind of, but this is what I read, this is what I researched, and I mean, it's not, I found some things, and I've actually learned some things just in this past couple, like a week, late last week, where I talked to somebody and found out some things that were really happening behind the scenes that validate exactly my feelings at that time, the triangulation I felt I was experiencing, I mean, just like an isolation, and I felt alone, and everybody that I did come into contact with and trust, they were kind of run out, they were harassed. And anyway, it is really weird because I mean, it's virtual, right? But it's very much affects your real life, like, anyways. But and they project so much stuff. But what I was going to say earlier is there's this interesting, I was saying that Lauren was covering Mormon crimes, right? That seems to be her niche. Okay. She found, it's like, did they put her out here to get ahead of all the things and help them clean up the PR of the church? I mean, there's an argument for that. But I mean, there's also an argument for just being an insider and cornering the market, because the church is so very good at keeping people out like me and then keeping people in. It's like a double. It sucks because it creates a barrier between the two cultures, or, my culture versus their culture. Not saying one's right or wrong, just saying they're different. And so it's like trying to adapt and learn the language of the culture. I don't know, because a lot of these people, the ones in and around Lori and Chad, they've spoken in literal tongue. No, they speak in scripture. It's Mormon speak. That's what Rob Wood termed it, and he's Mormon. So I mean, it's LDS speak or Mormon speak. There's different slang terms for it, but I mean, right? There is. And I want to know what the hell they were saying, because there's a lot of this. I want to know what they mean by, I want to be like Nephi. I mean, these things are important in my family's case. Oh yeah, because that's what my family was being likened to. Lori's perceived enemies. Okay. So what are Tricia's perceived enemies? What are Lauren's perceived enemies? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what the hell they're saying. But I noticed that, and I didn't catch it. And so this is kind of a thing that got me, is yesterday my after a video ended on YouTube, it went to the next one, right? And it did it automatically. I'm not subscribed to Hidden True Crime anymore, but it automatically went, and I was like, oh god dang, I'm like, or I'm not in a place where I can just go change the channel, and so I have to listen to it for a while, and then I'm like, oh hell no. That's kind of how it happens in my world. But she was talking about Summer Roney, and I was like, she had covered this case a long time ago. And why is it, just hear me out, I know she's got different last names. And anyways, this girl that was murdered in Utah, was right, who was related to the New Skin, it's a $1 billion business. Okay. Like kind of like Stampin' Up heiress type money. We're talking about Mormon money here. And how it was a adopted daughter from, I don't have the details right here in front of me, but Russia or Ukraine, or I don't know, one of those countries. Summer was adopted by the New Skin Foundation, or whatever the hell, which used to be in business with Tim Ballard, Operation Underground Railroad. So, anyways, I mean, but understand, okay, the way she was murdered, all that stuff, and I didn't know all the connections, at least not through Lauren's telling. I never connected it to, oh my God, this is one of the family names that are listed in the Hamblin documents. Holy shit. I just realized this yesterday. And I'm like, how come Lauren's covered this story before and I did not connect the two, even though I was, eyeballs deep in Hamblin research? Why is it that I talk about it in a ritualistic way as it reads from the documents, from the grandma is what they call it, which is their FOIA, okay, from the Freedom of Information Act reports, the police reports, the victim statements, the things. Why is the way I'm telling it and I'm perceiving it completely different and disconnected than how Lauren, or is it me? Am I not able to make the thing, the connection? So what is it? And how am I just, even though I've heard her tell the story before, she interviewed the sister, in the past, but I never connected that that's Summer Roney, New Skin Money, and they're named in the Hamblin, by the Hamblin daughters, the Roneys. It's impossible to know all there's so many, there's like 100, and this is ironic, 144 people, elites basically in the Hamblin, named by the Hamblin daughters. And of course it's not ever gone to court because Utah, right? And they'll have like would they create the task force, to handle ritual crimes, but then they're like, there's no ritual crime, that's just satanic panic. And you're like, but you get funding for this. Huh? Yeah, I'm just, it fucking confuses me to, I don't even know, to kingdom come. Pun intended. But why am I not connecting the two? Even though I've read it from Goel, I've read it from the police reports, I've read it in a different context without murder, right? And then Lauren tells a story of actual murder that really does look ritualistic when you think about it. And or could be related to associates, blah blah blah. I don't know. Got to dig more into it. But then how have John and Lauren reported on my family's tragedy and not talked about the ritualistic aspects of it? again, in a court of law, I can understand, to a degree. And that's why people are like, we don't hear about ritualistic crimes. Right. You don't. We don't. They don't just come right out. Why? It benefits people who are of this system or of that mind thought, who have positions, who are in positions of power, who put themselves into positions of power. They position themselves to protect and gatekeep these stories, okay, and to continue re-victimizing the victim, to label them as what, Tricia? Oh, crazy. Oh, yeah, okay. Called hashtag 988, pound 988. You crazy. It blows my mind, y'all. And I mean, of course, we don't. Crusher, we need to carry. I don't know what you mean by that. Carry Lauren away from that family. That lady doesn't need Lauren's bullshit. Who? None. Nobody does. But no, who? I don't think the satanic panic is real. No, I don't. I think it's a label created for a very real. Yeah, I think Tylee and JJ were ritual murders. Okay, even Tammy and Charles to a degree. Maybe not symbolic, but yeah, I think they're ritual killings, blood atonement, and yeah, that's why I'm here doing what I do, because it does exist, and because it is in plain sight. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. This is where the evidence leads me. I wasn't like, oh yeah, like at all. It's been, like just trying to drink water from a fire hose, full blast. And you're just like, what? And then the proof, the evidence is the members of my family are no longer here. And the way they were found, the way they were killed and treated and just abused and tortured and just for what? I don't think it's just money, power, sex. No, I think you can apply that to every one of us. I think money, power, sex, that's pretty general, money, power, sex. I think those are what I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana, and lagniappe, LAGNIAPPE, I think is how you spell it. Lagniappe means something extra, something more. It's just an addition. It's just like in addition to practicing my religious beliefs, ritualistically killing, but also you're going to get the money. You're going to get the whatever the hell you're trying to do. I don't think they're just trying to become cult leaders. That's so stupid to me. That is just the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And I mean, I'm like, okay, I mean, even people that participated in my opinion, in the ritual killings of my, of Tylee and JJ, who testified, of course they're saying, yeah, Chad showed me this lot where there was supposed to be this church there, Church of the Firstborn, and it was invisible. And I'm like, go fuck yourself all the way. Okay. I mean, it's so, it's obvious, it's protected. It's also obvious that Tom Harrison talks and talks and talks and talks about the vision in the Visions of Glory about the Church of the Firstborn. It's a concept. It's not real, y'all. Just know that. I'm telling you that straight. That's nobody telling me that. It's a club. Okay. And that way they can just label Lori as cuckoo. Okay. And she's not a danger anymore. It's to keep that cap on there, scapegoat. They become scapegoats themselves of the system. But anyways, wasn't trying to talk about all that. I was just saying, and I'm going to do a future, got to run some analysis on this about the Summer Roney and Lauren's reporting of that case, and how Goel with he has investigations and ritual abuse, how he has laid out the information, which are from the police reports. I've not seen police reports. You kind of just see cherry picking, I guess, from Lauren. I want to see the difference, because that's perfect to me. I'm like, oh, the opportunity to kind of compare the reporting or the perception even of these cases. And I don't know. I just find it fascinating, but that's me. I don't know if you are too. Let's
share it, and we just kind of toss it back and forth. My community gets it, but you're right. I'm not for everybody. Again, I get on my own damn nerves, and I also have a lot of trauma attached to this too.
Yes,
and they're just so you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's hard to.
It's hard to talk.
I mean, it is, but I mean, again, I'm not off limits. Yeah, hold me accountable, please. Because that's the problem here. I think is all these people just think they're not doing anything wrong, but they're the ones inflicting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, if you're ever worried that you're boring, remember Megan and go, I'm not boring. I'm awesome. I'm so entertaining. I bring so much to the table. I mean, none of us are Tricia, but now she's entertaining. This lady is entertaining.
Well, but this is
that's the leather. That's the pleather day.
She looks good. Trish.
She got the flock of seagulls going on too.
Tricia she had sex with like Axl Rose or something. I bet she has done it with some of those like butt metal guys.
Google Tricia Griffith and Eddie Van Halen and look under Google Images. You will see her rocking it. It's a black and white photo.
There was also something shared on Reddit with this whole Lauren stuff about Tricia and, you know, the whole Othram things and all that, but how she had bought web sleuths from this other person early on. And there were pictures of Tricia and her hair was like all crazy and bushed out. I was like, whoa. But I mean, they had included some court documents there too, if anybody wants to look.
Yeah, that's the documents that we're talking about.
Sell it then to like, I've seen about DNA. Something.
Yeah.
So what I just said right there is that's where these documents, where I found them, you know, that Jolene has been going through and just putting it into a visual and audio format, you know, and to where we can understand what's going on, who's saying what. Trisha saying that Sue's a liar, but I don't think so, Trisha, you know, because now that we have the other side, like Lauren did with Christina, where she only gave her side, but she didn't allow Christina to give hers by canceling the court date even, and the no more threat, you know, I'm not threatened enough. So I'm just going to cancel it because I'm obviously not threatened. You know, I mean, you don't cancel to get a permanent stalking injunction if you're not threatened, you know, I mean, you cancel it if you are. I said that backwards, but anyway, so yeah, that's these documents. And yeah, kind of, so the Lauren stuff kind of put this back in my atmosphere, I guess you could say. And then here we are. And I'm so glad that people are going through them. And I know it's nothing new, but I didn't know about it. And so thank you creators for just, I mean, it's some damn work, right? And as soon as I can get my ass into the damn website, I would be able to read some too. Anyways, I don't know. I'm having troubles getting in.
DNA solves Othram Labs, but she's just a manager. But so this is the one I'm talking about, December 11th, 2025. This is recent. You know, more recent. And I noticed that she, like Tricia, was doing the same kind of, what do I call that? Interview style or whatever, where she's leading or guiding, you know, when Grayson, you're not speaking on behalf of Hidden True Crime, right? Oh, she made sure to keep those apart, like separated. Well, she did the same thing, in my opinion, with Megan, which was so different than any other, you know, those two for sure. Grayson one and this Megan one, she was just really adamant about making sure that it's like look, this is my theory. She found out likely, you know, that, oh shit, I can't fundraise for Tylee and JJ anymore because, you know, I'm kind of shitting on Crescia. So,
and her family,
you know what I mean? Like, because I'll be damned if she does anything and collects money.
But she's still talking about it.
I don't care where she says she donates it. I don't trust shit.
Oh, for sure.
And so she does that every year for her end of the world party, which is where you'll find the tinfoil hats and her sleeping on the couch. And
so she really does streams where people watch her sleep.
24 hours. She does it on July 22nd every year, which is but listen, like, okay, I just remembered this. I'm sorry. But y'all know how Lauren was saying at the memorial and, you know, filming roses, 144 of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, Tricia's over here doing the end of the world party, which they're saying that Chad and Lori predicted the end of the world July 22nd. So do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. They're like taking it on. And carrying it on, and like the pool party and the 144,000, which Lori threw a pool party and she was gathering the 144,000 the day my uncle was murdered. So what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
it's like the ritual continues. and the sacrifice continues or something. It's weird. It's like a mocking
Yeah,
type of thing.
it is weird.
Anyway,
Someone also a little
okay.
on topic, but a little off topic. Someone in my comment section said that Tricia and Megan stayed in the same hotel room for CrimeCon.
Oh,
They did.
no.
Why?
Trisha was like, I'll sleep in my car. I'm like, I get you. I get it. But
Okay, hold on. I just found that OLAP published this 9 hours ago. Let's see. I don't even know what it is. It says this is depraved in its web sleuths.
I keep forgetting what day the end of the world is. Well, it's the end of the world.
You should absolutely know
Yeah, July 21st or 22nd. So I'm not sure either.
that. It's the 22nd of July, and we're going to start broadcasting at 11:59 p.m. on July 21st. And then we'll be broadcasting live for 24 hours because, again, George, what did I say, George? I'm sorry. Chad and Tammy, not Tammy. Good Lord. Chad and Lori believed that the end of the world was going to happen on July 22nd, 2020. So that was the first time we did it because, hey, if the end of the world is going to happen, we want to be together, right? Right. So anyway, we broadcast 24 hours live on July 22nd, 2020. And shockingly, the end of the world did not happen like Chad Daybell predicted. Remember, he and Lori were going to leave the 144,000. And that's why they weren't worried about being tried for murder because, you know, the kids were on the other side and being taken care of and blah, blah, blah. So we thought, oh my gosh, what if Chad got the year wrong? We better do this every year just in case the end of the world happens. So we did it on 2020. 2021, 2022. Now we're going to do it on 2023. And every year we do it in honor of JJ, Tylee, Tammy, and Charles Vallow. We're going to have a contest, tinfoil hat contest, which is always fun.
Jay Guy's mom says,
I mean, wow. I've never seen that clip. Holy shit. I want to hear it again. Sorry. I need to hear it
I
again.
keep forgetting what day the end of the world is. Well, it's the end of the world.
You should absolutely know
Yeah,
that.
July 21st or 22nd. So I'm not sure either.
It's the 22nd of July, and we're going to start broadcasting at 11:59 p.m. on July 21st. And then we'll be broadcasting live for 24 hours because, again, George, what did I say, George? I'm sorry. Chad and Tammy, not Tammy. Good Lord. Chad and Lori believed that the end of the world was going to happen on July 22nd, 2020. So that was the first time we did it because, hey, if the end of the world is going to happen, we want to be together, right? So anyway, we broadcast 24 hours live on July 22nd, 2020. And shockingly, the end of the world did not happen like Chad Daybell predicted. Remember, he and Lori were going to leave the 144,000. And that's why they weren't worried about being tried for murder because, you know, the kids were on the other side and being taken care of and blah, blah, blah. So we thought, oh my gosh, what if Chad got the year wrong? We better do this every year just in case the end of the world happens. So we did it on 2020, 2021, 2022. Now we're going to do it on 2023. And every year we do it in honor of JJ, Tylee, Tammy, and Charles Vallow. We're going to have a contest, tinfoil hat contest, which is always fun.
Jay Guy's mom.
No, ma'am. Wow. Thank you a lot so much for clipping that and publishing it. Oh my God. Thank you. And there's many times that, you know, just since the Lauren lie happened, that Tricia, because I'm thinking to myself, like, surely with the stance that Tricia has taken, you know, regarding Lauren, she's propped up Grace and she gave me an ultimatum. Like I needed to stop spreading misinformation right before I went live with my mom, the one that got taken down. I didn't know that at the time, but I was about to go live. I look at my phone and there's messages from Trish saying that I'm spreading misinformation about Grayson because I reposted I didn't even comment on it. I reposted it on Twitter, X, and it was of Annie Elise and talking about anyways, just with Heather McDonald or whatever. And I was just like, what? Like making demands, but yet does not ever correct herself on how she was wrong about Lauren and how she hurt the community, hurt my family, with taking up for her, and not just taking up for her, but doubling down on the shit. And it's like, oh no, you are high on your own supply, lady. But I want to share this too. I typed in author because I can't find the direct clip, but I know I got it from Jay, but I'm going to share what she's posted. The author sponsorship, web sleuths turn off YouTube monetization. I haven't seen this part.
You look and you see ads on videos, you assume, well, that person's making all this money. You just assume. And like that's a horrible thing, which it's not.
But oh yeah.
Again, we don't. Now we used to. We used to until I was able to make money on other things that are not on YouTube when that happened.
Oh, when I was able to make money on things that weren't YouTube. But why was part of your... See, that's what I don't understand. If Othram was only using websleuths.com, why would she need to turn off monetization to her channel? Because she clearly states in here that websleuths.com is completely separate from the YouTube. Listen.
Happened. I stopped monetizing on YouTube because I did not like it, because I had to ask for money and I hated it.
See? What do you mean? You turned it off because you didn't like it?
Money?
You announced that you were turning it off because of your partnership with Othram.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have AdSense on, you don't have to ask for money. I never ask for money. I never ask for memberships, yet I have members. I never ask for super chats, but I get super chats. And
we don't threaten to cut off the platforms and the community if we don't get the, what I'm saying? Like, that's what's happening here. And it's like, oh my God, the double speak is so loud. It's so damn loud. And my ears are stopped up. So there's that. But, I wanted to tell y'all right here that whenever I went on Web Sleuths for the last End of the World fundraiser, right? I remember Trish texting me, and I mean, when I'm live, I like totally, it's like gridlock in my mind, I'm like, I just kind of freeze and I don't really know what to do, how to do it, while I'm talking and trying to entertain, I guess you could say, or carry on a conversation. And so that's not at all that's a weak point for me. And so when she was telling me, I had my Nightbot on and I was multi-streaming my appearance on Web Sleuths for my channel. Okay. StreamYard gives us this option now. Web Sleuths had it turned on. I multi-streamed to my channel at the same time I was on Web Sleuths. They were streaming it to their channel. And she was texting me saying, hey, you got to turn your Nightbot off, your monetization. You got to turn it off. And I was like, what? And I mean, I don't just go to Nightbot. To me, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, how do I even access that? What do I even do? It's not just like an icon that I can click and just go turn it off. It's like, I got to sit there and think about it and put my mind on it. That's just me. That's how I operate. And especially with the swamp brain. No, I don't have frogs, but you know what I mean? It's loud in here. So she was telling me that, and she was saying that she was going to get in trouble with Othram, because she wasn't supposed to have live stream on. I mean, not live stream, monetization on. It makes me want to go look at my phone now and in our conversation history and see exactly what was said and how she said it, because I'm curious. No shit. That's when you sit there and give a, I don't know. I can't remember. Right? No. Oh my God. Yeah. Exactly. It's not just, I mean, if it's a good day, yeah, I can maybe do some things on the side, but it's not always a good day, good old Nightbot. And Nightbot has been turned off ever since, by the way. So thanks, Trish. The author and web sleuth's relationship has never made any sense. It sounds like layers of shell companies. Oh God, yes. I'm glad you said that, Maury, because that's how yes. Yep. That's what it feels like to me too. And then why would I have to turn it off? Like what, how does streaming it to my channel and my channel being monetized and my Nightbot, my Nightbot is sitting there pushing every so often, it'll push my links on my channel. It doesn't go to her channel. It's not a bully. It's not like, oh yeah, move bitch, get out the way. It's like, they're not the same. They're not affiliated. They're just connected at the moment, and you can see me here and you can see me over here with that audience or this audience. You can subscribe to them, or you don't have to subscribe to neither, or whatever, it just gives, anyways, it's an option we have here. And that always baffled me too, when I thought back about that. And I want answers too about that. You emailed me, Googie. Okay. Do I have to look at it right now? Cause I'm not very good at that, but I can I have to play something while I go look. Author making money off your family for 24 hours. Yeah. Seems like from jump too, because what Jay, playing the first YouTube live from Web Sleuth, Tricia came with trolls. She came with haters. She came with stalking claims. She came with drama. She came with, and she started immediately talking about the hottest case, which was Lori Vallow and the missing kids and Chad Daybell. And I'm like, okay, so is this your entrance story too? Is this your origin? So that was the origin story for Hidden True Crime, who was coming onto the scene around the same time, a little after web. I thought, in my mind, I never went to look, right? I never went to say, oh, well, let me see how long they've been on here. What have they covered? I didn't have to. I was like researching all the crap that came with Lori and Chad, their beliefs, the church beliefs, trying to figure out where they differed and they didn't, following all the people covering our case. And then, just the FOIA docs. Oh my God. I mean, just the case itself. And I mean, I didn't have a freaking spare moment. I haven't had a spare moment in a long time. And they're very busy. These people are very busy, and they're always up to something, always. So, and in my mind, they're all part of the same story, because it's part of, they're covering our case. I say covering, and I say that loosely. They're dictating, they're narrating, they're spinning it. They are covering up for, they are not being accurate. They're not giving justice to the victims in this very way, which is just to give truth to the possibilities of why Chad and Lori did what they did. Okay. You can't blame it completely on a church. Can't blame it completely on a belief system. You can't blame it completely on a home life growing up. But all those things factor into the making of Chad and Lori Daybell and other people. And it's like, why? Why are people doing what they do? What's their end game? Why are they here? What brought them here? I know that Pretty Lies and Alibis started out the day the kids were found. I remember Gigi telling me that, but I don't think Gigi's up to no good. She's never wronged anybody that I know of, especially not my family or me. And she's never disrespected the victims. If anything, she's gone above and beyond honoring them. Unlike Lauren, where she appears to be honoring them, but then she's like, hey, Gems, and she's focusing in at the memorial of the 144 roses. Why volunteer the information, self-snitch? I wouldn't have counted the fucking roses, but you told on yourself. You said the 144. You gave it meaning to your gems, basically. And now I'm like, holy shit. That's just one of the drops in the bucket of the other many other, you know. Let's finish listening to this.
You announced that you were turning it off because of your partnership with Othram.
Mhm.
And when you have AdSense on, you don't have to ask for money. I never ask for money. I never ask for memberships, yet I have members. I never ask for super chats, but I get super chats. And I make money on AdSense.
I was able to make money on other things that are not on YouTube. When that happened, I stopped monetizing on YouTube because I did not like it, because I had to ask for money and I hated it. I hated it.
Mhm. She just hated it so much that she's doing it again. Okay. God, the hate is crazy. Right? Yeah, Jolene is awesome, y'all. I mean, she is perfect for this. I'm like, oh my God. She brought it to life for me, at least. Let's see. Jay did this one too. Every Day with Jay. Tricia's monetization goes straight to Othram in this claim.
Our viewers, our people in the chat, and the people that watch what we call in the replay crew, that they are very familiar with Othram and the good work Othram has done. In fact, everybody, any money raised on this channel, we are monetized, but it all goes directly to DNA
Solves, which is an arm of Othram, as is Web Sleuths now, because they were purchased by Othram, allegedly. Where's the other ones? Oh, yeah, this one too.
Now, it's complicated. It's not an easy, it's not like here's one, here's two, here's three. The best one that I have seen is Megan Connor. She did a live stream the other night, and I will remember to put...
Y'all know what Megan did, right? She took the transcript and then just put it into her own format. That's all she did. It was hearsay.
That in the description. That explained it.
Oh my
all
God.
beautifully.
Megan Connor admitted to being the video person, videoing Christina at CrimeCon with Joe Schmo taking still photographs. Stop it.
I thought she knew that.
Now, some of her explanation was her opinion, was her, here's what I think happened. But a lot of it was.
She stated it as fact. She stated it as if she were there, as if it wasn't hearsay, but it is hearsay.
Actual evidence.
Oh,
That
please.
showed the evidence of stalking. And remember, once again, and this is something I keep seeing all the time. People are saying, well,
there was no evidence of stalking.
Lauren is the one that, canceled, that pulled out of the restraining order hearing, the permanent restraining order hearing. But yet she went on her 9-hour live stream and talked about her son and talked about her family. I can't
wait till you hear the court audio, Tricia.
That's why she pulled out of her restraining order hearing in the first place. Yes. But she told you very little in her 9-hour live stream about her family.
She told us very little.
A little bit. But what she was going to say in that hearing, which was supposed to be closed, she was going to say a lot about her husband and her.
Which was supposed to be closed. I mean, who does she think she was? Who is you too? God, important much, Loman?
Son. And she didn't.
I think she passively aggressively was shouting me out, hillbilly.
Want to expose them to all of that.
Real. All right. Again, doubling down for Megan doubling down, right?
I'm going to show you this screen here.
Now, there's actually a video even before this one, even before being at CrimeCon, where she talks about her plan to accidentally get a audio recording of John Ramsey. This was a plan. She was executing it. She executed it. She filmed it. She recorded herself. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. I gotta find it.
She'd have these screens
I know I have a clip, but I want to make sure I have a clip because they like to put them on. I mean, not Jay, but Tricia is a dirty deleter. Okay, she likes to hide.
Everywhere. Just talking about Othram and what they're doing and the amazing things that they are doing. So, and I just saw Kristen Middleton do a great talk with Ian's mom from the Idaho 4. It was so emotional and absolutely amazing. Also, I have to tell you, I got to personally ask John Ramsey 2 questions. and he completely lied to for both of them. And I accidentally got it on audio. I wasn't supposed to record it. I accidentally had my phone on. So I will tell you more about.
She's saying this right in front of the Othram bulletin board, or whatever you call that thing. She's in the Othram booth as a partner with Othram, admitting that she accidentally recorded the victim of a crime. But I'm the one lying, right, Tricia? I'm the one. We're the ones spreading false misinformation, right? Okay. Oh, okay.
For both of them, and I accidentally got it on audio. I wasn't supposed to record it. I accidentally had my phone on. So I will tell you more about that when I come back Monday night.
I just found another one too. Hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Hello, my darling.
So this is from Web Sleuths in the Raw. Basically, it's me complaining about the crazy stuff around John Bonet. And I mean, this was May 3rd, my birthday, 2022. So May 3rd, 2022. And she's got, we need your donations to keep live streaming. We're going to die if not. Please use PayPal, Web Sleuths, /Web Sleuths, Venmo name, Tricia Griffith, 14, or I wonder if that means 14 profiles. Oh my God. Or Cash App, T-Griff. T-Griff is what it should say. 14. Thank you. Okay. Let's just hear this. I'm going to have to speed it up a little bit. But we just digging. We digging.
True crime angels, welcome to Web Sleuths in the Raw. And this is where I just basically...
Y'all, my mama used to have paneling like this in her house. I'm like, Mama? But look, there's the door. So this is the new place. This is new where she's at now. Allegedly. But my grandma had a rotary phone. It was like right there. Anyways, her recliner was like right here, you know? Yeah. Interesting. I mean, my grandma's phone was never in Tricia's house, but it just reminds me of my mama's house.
word salad or word vomit, whatever you want to call it. Whatever is on my mind just comes flowing out. And already the crazies are on the John Bonet Ramsey case. I guess they heard about John Ramsey wanting the case, wanting the DNA removed from the Boulder Police Department so it can be tested. And the governor of Colorado is considering removing the case and letting somebody else look at it. I think that's a great idea. Let fresh eyes look at this case. Even better, test the damn DNA, because you know what? It's not going to go back to the killer. None of that DNA is going to lead to the killer.
How you know?
How do I know this? It's common flipping sense.
Hey,
because Patsy.
What does it got to do with whether Patsy penned a freaking ransom letter? And I actually found a clip the other day, but then I can't find the clip that I found of her explaining. Somebody asked her, they were like, why? What would it prove, basically, if she was the person who penned the ransom note? She was like, nothing. She just said nothing. I was like, what? Like, what is your argument? That's your argument, but you have nothing after that? Like, what? I gotta find it.
Ramsey wrote the damn note. And this weekend at CrimeCon, John Ramsey and Paula Woodward told their same old lies. I wonder if John...
This is 2022.
Ramsey doesn't even realize he's lying, because he started talking about Santa being a possible suspect. And I think it was Paula Woodward that said, oh, well, he was cleared. He goes, oh, really? I didn't know that. You didn't know? Really? Well, anyway, so this morning, I hear that certain people are going to Boulder, and other people are going to start investigating the case. Already they're starting out. Somebody said, yeah, they found semen. No, they didn't. In John Bonet Ramsey, they found no semen. None. Zero. They found Patsy Ramsey's fibers on tape.
In my opinion.
Tape around her mouth. Yeah. Fibers from, was it her boots? Maybe a jacket? Yeah. And, Patsy Ramsey's handwriting. All you need to do is look at it. You can look at it and tell that it matches. But there have been several world-renowned handwriting experts that you can't say 100% that anybody wrote anything, okay? But it's
then why
highly unlikely
You went so far though, Trish, as to put the letters on your boobs and then wear that to CrimeCon. And I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked and surprised that you did not wear that exact shirt to go up to John Ramsey when you recorded him on purpose. Okay. God.
From what I have seen and read, that
I would be fucking livid if somebody did this to my parents when they were invited to CrimeCon. Oh my, like, what? It's like a nut job, you know? Oh my God. Like, you're not the authorities, lady.
anybody else wrote this ransom note other than Patsy. Again, I just go back to this one thing. This is just to begin your understanding of the ransom note. Are you ready? Can you see that?
There we go.
One of those. This is supposed to be the letter Q. Okay. One of them is the ransom note, which I believe is, where's my finger? Is this one. That's the Q in the ransom note.
Well, let me see yours.
This is the Q that Patsy Ramsey wrote. Ransom Patsy. Supposed to be a small Q. It's the number 8. Okay. That's just one of over 200 examples of matches for Patsy Ramsey. On this document, I put Tricia Griffith, owner of websleuths.com, host of Web Sleuths YouTube Live, and a beer can collecting housewife. John Ramsey's name for people like me. That's what they called us in their first book. You know, people ask, why are you interested? Why are you doing this? Why are you looking into the case? The Ramseys asked me to. They asked you too. When they did their New Year's Day 1997 press conference, they asked for help in finding the killer. And I went online and I've never stopped. The unbelievable crap that has happened in this case, I don't even know where to start. But please, I am begging you, don't pay attention. If somebody hasn't been reliable before and they've been acting like a lunatic and they're crazy weirdo, don't start paying attention to what they're saying in the Ramsey case. They don't know what.
Wow. And this is her whole reason for buying Web Sleuths. I mean, like, okay. And then why? Oh my God, she never shuts up about my family. She never, like, Lauren, oh my, I'm freaked out. And I don't know how John Ramsey's not freaked out.
But they're talking about, okay? In my opinion, there absolutely was not an intruder. Come on, you know why? Because Patsy wrote the note, in my opinion. After that,
and then she has nothing.
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
But there was no intruder. So please turn the evidence over to another agency. Please test the DNA. I'm begging you, please, because you will find out there was no intruder. So
what's it to her?
Really disappointed that this circus is already going to be turned into a more bizarre circus with the unreliable crazies that have given true crime a bad name on YouTube are going to be now focusing on John.
Oh my God.
Anyway, okay, now tomorrow night we have true crime author Diane Fanning. We'll be talking more about Johnny Depp and what's been going on. It is wild. Amber's side is up now. And today they had her psychologist on. And I was not impressed at all.
Oh, shocker.
It just seems like her evidence is just flimsy. It just like floats, flimsy. And Johnny Depp just seems to have all kinds of truth on his side, but still very early on in Amber's case. So we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, on behalf of Boo and Boo's tail and his rear end, who he always likes to show on this show, and Scrappy Joe and Lilith, they're around here somewhere. On behalf of all of us, we'll be back tomorrow at 10 p.m.-ish Eastern for the original Web Sleuths YouTube Live. Thank you for joining me for Web Sleuths in the Raw, because it's just me kind of blathering, and I'm glad you joined me tonight. See you tomorrow night now. Love you now.
Bye. Bye. We rebuke you. I'm looking right now. I know I'm making some crazy faces because anyways. I'm looking back at, like, I typed it in, Web Sleuths into the world. Just trying to hone in on it, but I wonder where the one I did, because I had made some thumbnail. I made a thumbnail and she used it last year. Now I'm not seeing them, so I'm like, oh, ruh-roh. Let me look under videos. Into the world. Actually, it'll be live. Oh no, yep, live. No, not now. Okay, my bad. Videos. It's got her. This is Chad and Lori. Are they ready for the end of the world? 5 years ago. So this is when she first started. This one is the not end of the world party. Chad and Lori Daybell go to hell. 5 years ago. So she usually does them in 2 parts. Let's see. Let's look at this.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, shit. Let's take a gander.
I should be horizontal. Am I horizontal or am I sideways?
You're upside down.
Let me know. Let me know if I look okay. You can see me okay. Can you see me or am I sideways? Hang on. Let me get ya.
I heard earlier in the one that Jay was showing, the first web sleuth ever, and it was, she did say that this is her brother's cabin in Utah. And she said this is the one she stays in the winter. Okay, so she's got a winter and a summer one. I imagine they're not far apart. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. I wonder if both the roofs caved in. We don't know. We don't know. We just don't know.
Let me see. Okay, am I sideways or am I okay? Can someone post and let me know? You are not sideways, so I look okay. So I'm elongated, right? You can see couch on either side of me, correct? All right. Whew. Did it. Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Can you? Okay, good. Good. I know this looks a little bit like a bullfrog here, but it's because I have a family of bullfrogs living in there. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, so anyway, we are good to go, people. Good to go. Okay,
No, you just didn't have Stacy yet. You don't have a little bubble right here. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Start out by telling you.
I gotta pull some other clips together.
What we are going to do for the big shoe. Let me put this back here a little bit. Wish I could raise it up just a titch.
I found it. I found that one I was looking for.
High?
Hold on. Let me show it to you because Lord knows I've been looking. So it didn't look familiar because that's me. I was looking for Jay, but I played it on my. This is what Jay found a while back. Okay.
Someone sent me the LLC, which is now located in the state, which is in the state of Texas, and is under the name of David Middleman, who is also the owner of Othram Labs. Wow. So there you have it, folks. You heard it first because she can't tell you the truth.
Bing bang.
Othram Labs, David Middleman of Othram Labs owns Web Sleuths.
The respondents attempt to weaponize the First Amendment as a shield for what multiple witnesses, including forensic psychologists, have identified as dangerous.
I mean, in her stream, and I mean, I do have that. I just don't have it right now. But she showed the document, where you go online, you find it, ProPublica or whatever. And so there's that. I mean, but that's something that Tricia never did. I mean, she like said that it was weird. Okay. Cause like somebody I know went as a commenter and she like jumped their ass, when they're like, okay, where does the money go? And all this was like right after the Lauren stuff. And so anyways, it's just a little weird. She wasn't being forthcoming, Let me share this again.
Let's see. Is that too? Oh, it's going to come flying out here any minute. Oh, that's too high. Dang it all to heck. Dang it all to flipping heck, people. Maybe the Christmas pickle will work. Let's see if that'll do it. Maybe that will be.
Is this one too fast?
That's a little better. Okay. Sort of. Anyway. So, Chad and Lori.
Yes, the Ronies.
The end of the world is coming July 22nd. All right.
I'll find it.
They were going to lead the people, the 144,000, back into civilization. And then they were going to, be the leaders and start this whole new world, right? Well, we all know that's baloney. We all know that's not going to happen. So I was trying to think of something we could do that would
I have that one too.
Be interesting. Also to help celebrate Tylee and JJ and their life and what they meant. And what I could do with the incredibly limited tools to me. The only tool I have is what you're looking at right now, is the camera in my phone. I can't use Zoom because my internet is too weak. I can't do anything else because when it comes to anything technical, I am severely damaged, emotionally, physically, and brain-wise in that area. I'm
not going to argue with that.
So we're going to go with Utah time, which is mountain time, because that's the time Lori and Chad go by. So tomorrow, Tuesday the 21st, at 11:50 p.m. Mountain, that would be 1:50 p.m.
I wouldn't mind.
Eastern, 12:50 p.m. Central, and 10:50 p.m. Pacific.
Share
I'm
the
going
link.
to turn on this live stream.
Email me.
And I'm going to keep it on for 24 hours. 24 hours and 10 minutes. It is going to go from midnight to midnight. And during that time, what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate
Tylee and JJ. And I'll also be telling you about cases, missing kids cases that don't get the attention they deserve. Now, I'm going to sleep right here. You're going to see me sleep, and I'll keep checking in, okay? And we'll have the chat going. And I'm going to have some YouTube creators call in as well. I'm lining those people up. And we're going to go for 24 hours. And I kind of feel, what I feel that we're doing this together, is I feel we are basically giving the finger to Chad and Lori, saying, screw you. We're going to take this day, the full day that you said the world was going to end. We're going to hang on. We're going to be live the whole time to prove, first of all, that you're liars and dirtbags and scumbags. But we're going to celebrate the children that you killed. And we're going to talk about kids that are missing, who have parents and people that love them and are looking for them, not killing them. Okay. And
They love them and looking for them, not killing them. Then why are they missing? Anyways, oh my God. But she's given my family the finger and myself the finger and them through extension when she is taking up and doubling down on Lauren being having a stalker situation. So, no, ma'am.
we'll have some fun in between as well. Okay. We are not celebrating murder. We are celebrating the lives of children. We're going to do it together for 20.
Sounds like, you know, this has already been tossed up and like you've already dismissed it. There's Moonlight for you. Ooh, Moonlight view.
24 hours straight. Now, I want to stress, I am not going to be here talking for 24 hours. It's just going to be like my regular day. I'm going to go to sleep. I'll wake up. I'll check in, chat for a little bit. Then maybe, you know, let the dogs out, answer some mail, write some thank you notes, check in, that type of thing. I'll take a nap during the day. Also, I do need volunteer moderators. I need a lot of them. And it's just for that 24 hours, okay? And the only thing you'll have to do is kick out trolls. And you'll be able to tell, okay? And if you're a moderator, what you'll do is you see a troll, you click on their name, and up pops this little screen, and it will say hide from channel. You want to hide from channel. That's all you do, okay? People will have a special phone number that is different than the camera that I'm using, that they can call me if I'm asleep and drooling and snoring, which I can guarantee you that will happen. That's what we're going to do. We're going to broadcast for 24 hours. I'll also be putting up links to other podcasters that will be doing shows about the end of the world, and you can come back and forth, all right? I will be wearing my tinfoil hat, and when I'm not here, I'm going to put the camera on my tinfoil hat on the couch. Then you know I'm up and about and moving, and I'll probably be yelling and talking to you during that time. So basically, it's just going to be a day in my life, in my animals' lives, 24 hours with this camera stationed right here. Probably a little bit different, maybe more on the couch. But what do you think? Let me take a look here. Let me see what you guys think about this in chat. Let's see here.
My Lord.
Yeah, 1:50 in the morning Eastern time is when it's going to start. But we're going to go 24 hours. But it's going to be Mountain Time. Now, Mountain Time is 2 hours behind Eastern, 1 hour behind Central, and 1 hour ahead of Pacific. Okay? We're going to go a full 24 hours. We're going to celebrate JJ and Tylee. And we're going to talk about missing kids cases that don't get the attention they deserve. And in between, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have other people call in. And honestly, probably a lot of the time, there's not going to be anything going on because I can't talk and stay awake that whole time, obviously. But if you would like to become a moderator for 24 hours, I'm going to put up my email address. Okay.
All right. I'm looking for emails, but
and I only ask that people that we know that have been in chat for a long time. I apologize. I don't want any strangers. Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I don't trust people. So if you've been in chat and we've chatted and you're familiar and you want to help out, and what I mean help out is just be a mod on a time that you would be on anyway. I don't want you to do anything special, like take up any time out of your day. If you're going to be on watching, then be a mod at that time. I'm going to need people in Europe to help me during the middle of the night. Okay. And I know Ping will be here, but again, I don't want anybody to. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That kind of freaked me out. Anyway.
Where'd that come from?
Yes. Lee Schmidt says, "Oh, me and my tinfoil hat are ready for Armageddon, baby." Absolutely right. You heard it, didn't you, Denise? I just heard this big yee-haw. So yeah, well, it's from that area. That's their friends. Yeah, they're friends. My neighbor. They are wonderful people. They take care of me. Like they check on me and bring me food, and it's just nice. They're really nice.
Oh my Lord! And you take it, right? You said that. You take it. Okay, this was sent to me too. I'll have to go back and look at the name to remember who sent it, but they sent me this, and just that she has not learned a thing, has she? Yeah. Realizing that, she's a grifter in their opinion.
Hey, my darling true crime angels, you made it. Welcome to Web Sleuths YouTube Live tonight. Hold on. I feel naked. Just a minute. There we go. Trust me.
Oh, Lord.
Me being naked is not an image
Here's the scarf.
I want to be left with. I need my scarf, people. Okay. My true crime fighting scarf. Oh, God.
True crime fighting scarf. You don't wear it anymore, so.
Going to hell. Hey, hope everybody's doing good tonight. Scrappy Joe is with us, of course, Mr. Energy. He will be Mr. Energy if there's any, prowlers or serial killers, Bigfoot out there.
What the hell? This is February 23rd, 2021? Okay. I was thinking it was the end of the world thing, but it's not. Okay. Just getting my bearings, right? Let's see what the description says in here. Nothing of Othram, right? Web Sleuths donations, bold capital letters. Web Sleuths at PayPal, Venmo, Tricia Griffith 14, Web Sleuths merch store, Teespring, and then email Web Sleuths YouTube at websleuthsvideos@gmail.com. Check out Web Sleuths True Crime Discussion Forum. She really wasn't pushing that one in the other one. Let me go back and look. Let me look real quick. The one we were listening to earlier, this one, it has no description added. It was July 20th, 2020. Okay. Just kind of looking around, looking for different things, No prowlers, serial killers.
Hope everybody's doing well. We have a busy night tonight. Let's get this business out of the way. Web Sleuths YouTube Live does accept donations. In fact, donations, that's how we get along. That's how we're able to keep this YouTube channel going and how we're able to keep websleuths.com going. And especially, it's like a double whammy. The end of the month, always not good. But then the end of the month with January advertising from Web Sleuths, like January's the absolute worst month. So let me just put a couple of links up here. You can do a super chat, which is right there, that little $sign as you put the chat, or
she don't know how to do those now. Like I'm gonna try and show you guys. Can I share this screen? The one I'm on now? No. I was gonna show you. I mean, I could, but let's see. Let me try something different. Let me just try something. Share screen, and I can share my window and maybe show you how I don't know. Let's try. Let's see if it'll show. Okay. And if I go to starred, you can't see me because I'm on it. But if you go to starred, it shows you your monetization. Okay. If you go live, this shows me your comments. Okay. This is what I see whenever, except it don't look like an infinite number of things. But anyways, okay. Enough experimentation. The hair clip gets me a little mad for some reason. Me too. I'm like, why put it right here? Okay. You're not a little girl either. Anyways, whatever. I know that's the petty parts, but you're not alone is what I'm saying. All right. Back to her monetization and how she's going to live.
If you can donate to the PayPal, that would be extremely helpful. And thank you, IBME. Thank you very, very much, my dear. That's very kind of you.
Oh, I did get that email from, oh my gosh, Mannequin. I did get your emails. I know who you are too. Kathy Lipton Dunn, moderator. Yeah. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. The IBME just reminded me.
There's the PayPal. And let me get you the Venmo. Okay.
She's good at dropping
Venmo
links.
Name and all of that. But let me stress, I am stressing here, people. You do not give 1 penny unless you can.
There's an insightful one. Okay. Insightful OG at Ping. It is. My children inherited it too. Oh, I got to find that picture. Hold
absolutely,
on.
truly afford to do so. And I mean that.
Sorry.
Okay. Really.
Keep reminding myself of things.
And this is the best way to tell. If you have to say, well, I have to wait till I get paid, then no, that's not good. I wouldn't feel good about taking a donation, but anything you can, especially this time of year, every year, end of February, dealing with January numbers is like, ooh, what's that? All right. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Now, want to welcome somebody brand new Her name is Karen, but it's a good Karen, okay?
Mhm.
And Karen is the spouse of Wonder Llama on Web Sleuths, and
What am I
Wonder
looking
Llama
for
was
on this
able
video?
to get Karen.
To the person that emailed it to me, to Cindy, what am I looking for exactly? If you don't mind dropping it in the chat, and that way I can kind of scooch to it if there's something in particular. Didn't know, but this is gold. It's like a natural habitat type of deal. Thanks for sending it.
To come in and watch and join. So Karen, welcome. You are now one of my darling true crime angels, and we love Wonder Llama too. So there are good Karens out there, people, and this is one of them. Also, I want to say thank you to good grandma, because on, I think it was Saturday night, she posted a super chat talking about how she loved Ron White, the comedian, and I didn't see it. So I apologize. So good grandma, thank you very much. Okay. Now, what am I doing? I think I got the main stuff that I needed to get out of the way. So hang on here. Oh, gotta say hi. Allison is here, everybody. Allison is in on Facebook. She can't get into super chat. We don't know why. Someday we'll have answers, people. We just have to keep the
Well, is Karen coming on or what?
Right, Scrappy. Right, what's this? He's been carrying this around for like a year. He'll never eat it. It's like his cigar that he chews on. Okay, let me get to my doodad here. My doodad, my thingamajig. I have very, very good news for people. All right. We've had Kurt Nurmi on this show, formerly of the Jodi Arias trial. He was one of Jodi Arias's lawyers. And as you know, he has been battling cancer. Now, he's been cancer-free for a while, but he had to go in for his, I think it was his.
For sure. I remember seeing a post on like a private Facebook group, when you type these things in, and I've been digging, right, for stuff to do with Lauren and hidden true crime. And, it just brings you to the weird places on the internet. And it was Kurt Nurmi's, like a Facebook group he had, and where he asked about it, her 9-hour live. And I forget what all this was said. Also, Vinnie Politan has one too, or somebody. I don't know if they make it or if, people who follow them make it, so I got to learn a little more about how that works. But I was just like, like all the people in Vinnie Politan, like in the Vinnie Politan one Facebook group, it was a post of the 9-hour live and just we're here to support Lauren. Right. And then you can see the comments underneath where everybody's like, but wait, they caught on to that shit too quick. And I don't know who created it. I don't know. And then if so, how come Vinnie Politan has her on his channel or, on his whatever. Anyways.
5-year checkup.
Trying to figure it out.
Boy, that's nerve-wracking, isn't it? Come here, sweetie pie. Here, hold on. Let me move this out of the way. He has to pretend he's digging to get to an evil badger or something before he's happy. So I do this, and then he digs, and then life is good. Okay. Anyway, Kurt Nurmi, and I'm going to post this up in chat. He just posted 5-year checkup today, cancer-free. Right on, Kurt. Oh my gosh, that is just so wonderful. Can you ask for anything? I mean, that is the best news. I love hearing news like that. So let me get here, and I'll put it. I will put it in chat right here. You can read yourself. There we go.
I want to read you guys this story though, real quick, because it is the story. It's the reason for the thumbnail and everything, and it was wild. It blew my mind. I was like, "What? What are we doing? Like, oh my god, this woman is like a international woman of mystery or so. I don't know. Kind of find her fascinating in that sense, but I thought I had it open already, but I didn't. And what I do is I transfer it over. I can't stand ads. Okay. They're pop-ups and they drive me crazy. So I copy and paste it into Google app or Canva or something. But media involvement in crisis situations does like a summary, but then I'm gonna read the article first. It came from Deseret.com. So DeseretNews.com. And it says radio stations. I have it right here. This is the article. Radio stations played critical role in standoff, Deseret News. And this is from 1993, or I'm sorry, this is 1994. So 1994. It says the staffs of 2 Salt Lake radio stations were drawn into Saturday's deadly library siege when Clifford Lynn Draper called and began making demands. Over the course of 5 phone calls to the South Salt Lake studio of KLZX FM and its companion AM station KCNR, Draper demanded music. So this guy becomes a hostage situation and he demands music. Okay. That request they could meet and did. Draper also demanded airtime. That request they would not meet. Quote, the police told me not to put him on the air, said Tricia Griffith, KLZX production director. Can't read. Taped transcripts of the phone calls show the staff at both stations stayed calm, even when Draper told them he'd rather die than go to jail, that he might start drawing lots. What the hell is a lot? Drawing lots and executing his hostages. Okay. Quote, they, meaning police, are testing my resolve, and it's coming down to the point where I might have to execute someone to get results, unquote, Draper said during a later call. Griffith said it was obvious Draper was familiar with KLZX or Z93, thank you, but that he did not know he was calling KCNR, an AM sister station located in the same building. Not wanting to aggravate Draper, Griffith, KCNR program director Dave Hebertson, I don't know if that's the Dave, is that the Dave she was talking about with the getting, is that the guy she was talking about how he got the like coupons and stuff to free things and he hoarded them and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. And Nelisa and KCNR producer Nilsa Feliciano took turns talking to the man, keeping their cool and doing everything they could to help Draper keep his. They notified Salt Lake police after Draper's first call and had a police hostage negotiator in the station with them during the later calls. Oh my God. Quote, I only want to speak directly to Mr. Ortega, Salt Lake police chief. Quote, Mr. Ortega can be intermediary. This is crazy, y'all. Mr. Ortega can be intermediary until the National Guard can get here. I am not going to deal with the police, unquote, Draper told Griffith. And while he didn't want to talk to police, the rock group police, oh, okay, I get it. the rock and roll group police, every breath you take, okay, was one of several rock groups he did want to hear from. Obscure cuts from Jethro Tull albums were at the top of his list. So, okay. And let's see. Griffith obliged. Quote, hi, this is Trish at Z93. Clifford, is there anything else I can play for you? Unquote. She said during his third call to the station. Quote, you can continue playing Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin. This is not good mood music. The one that's going right now. The one that's playing right now. Unquote. I'll tell you what, we'll dump out of that, Griffith responded. The conversations were more strained when the hostage situation was the topic. Quote, I'm just wondering, do you mind talking to the police officer that I have here right with me? Unquote, Feliciano asked during Draper's fourth call to the station. He said, quote, there's nothing to discuss with the police. This is a military matter. This is purely a military matter, unquote, Draper shot back. Quote, I want to speak to the commander of the Utah State National Guard and the governor. Governor Levitt. I was like, oh, Lord. David Levitt's brother. Shit. Of the state of Utah. Nothing else will be satisfactory, unquote. And then he says, quote, I want the commander of the National Guard to get the governor because I want a pardon, unquote. Well, should have waited till Trump. Draper said. Anyways, Griffith said police knew something about Draper's request for pardon, but the man never specified the reason in his calls to the radio station, except to say that he had a list of demands and explanations for his behavior, that he wanted to read over the air. I'm like, is he mind control? I'm wondering. Just what goes through my mind. Draper also made lengthy demands that the radio station summon a doctor to care for one of his hostages, a diabetic who needed care. Who needs Tricia Griffith got all these stories. Hello. Quote, we need a doctor up here, and it should be a military type doctor, a doctor who's affiliated with the National Guard or one of the federal branches of the military. That's what these people get paid to do. Deal with situations like this. This is a combat situation. This is a war. Do you understand that? Unquote. Quote, I do, and I will relay the message to the right people, Feliciano said. The calls continued. Hello again. Am I communicating with the staff of the radio station or with the policeman? Draper asked. And the person said, no, this is Dave. I'm with the radio station. Very good, Dave. Dave, I've noticed that you've been playing a lot of Jethro Tull lately. This is so weird. I'm very happy with that. Thank you. Oh my God, shout out. I've noticed, though, that your regular broadcast schedule has changed. You're not putting out any call letters. You're not putting out any commercials. I'm concerned about that, unquote. Griffith later told the Deseret News the station's scheduled format had been abandoned with the hope of keeping Draper calm. The police asked me not to do commercials and just keep him happy. That's in quotes from Griffith, right? But now the change was annoying Draper. I'm concerned about that. I'm also concerned that you haven't passed the word yet for the presence of a doctor. Hebertson tried to placate Draper, saying he was trying to reach the station manager for permission to give him the airtime. Quote, are the police down there trying to dictate things to you? Unquote, Draper asked. Then it says, quote, they've been in touch with us. I don't know. They're not in here right now, unquote, Hebertson said. Quote, good. The music's good. Just play whatever you guys want to play. You've always played good music, I think. That's not what's at issue right now. I might call up with a request once in a while to keep myself calm, unquote. Draper issued a warning for the police to back off during one call. Hostage Michael Greer was on the phone conveying Draper's messages to the radio station while Draper barked out commands in the background. Quote, if these incompetent glory hound cops try to bust through these windows or try to drill a hole in the ceiling or something, I'm going to have to let this bomb go because I'm not going to go to the penitentiary, unquote. Draper could be heard saying, quote, I may wind up in the morgue in little bits and pieces. I was like, little bitsy itsy. Anyways, that's where I went. It says, I may wind up in the morgue in little bits and pieces that go to the crematorium, but I'm not going to jail, unquote. Quote, could you hear that? Greer asked Griffith. If he releases that bomb, we're all dead. In the next call, Draper demanded the doctor again. He further demanded the doctor arrive, quote, stripped to his shorts, carrying medicine and supplies in a clear plastic bag. Quote, I will not harm the doctor unless I am forced to detonate the bomb while he is present. Draper later told Greer, quote, don't answer any yes or no questions here. You talk to the man and tell him, you say what I tell you to say, unquote. Draper was fatally shot minutes after the last call ended. Hebertson, a veteran to radio news, said the calm voices masked the pressure of the situation. Quote, you don't actually realize what it's like until it really happens, unquote, he said. Salt Lake Police Lieutenant Mark, I don't know how to say that, Voigt, I don't know, said the radio staff played a very helpful role to police. Quote, and this is a quote, I want a bottle of tequila for this, with the worm in the bottom and everything, unquote, Griffith said after the ordeal was over. Right? That's some crazy shit. I want a bottle of tequila for this, with the worm in the bottom and everything. Anyways, that's wild, huh? Yeah, I know. It's just, I was like, what am I even listening to? What is even going on? Who are these people? And what do they want? And why are they effing with my family? Why are they like intertwined into all the things, like what the hell's going on? That's bizarre. Did I share the link with you though? I'm not sure if I did. Let me go grab it though, so I can. If I did it, won't hurt. Copy, and let me put this into the chat. And there it is. Thank you again, True Crime Sushi. Lord have mercy, help us. Lord help us. But I did a summary of it, where the involvement of radio station staff during the 1994 library siege highlights the delicate balance between maintaining public safety and managing volatile hostage negotiators. When Clifford Lynn Draper began contacting KLZX-FM and KCNR, station personnel were thrust into an unexpected role as mediators. By prioritizing calm communication and cooperation with law enforcement, they attempted to de-escalate a dangerous scenario, not ramping them up, while navigating the perpetrator's demands for music, airtime, and medical intervention. That is just it's a wild story. And then during the standoff, the radio staff demonstrated remarkable poise while under intense pressure. They understood that their primary responsibility was to assist the authorities while preventing the situation from spiraling further. The staff implemented several key tactics to maintain control of the dialogue. I'm sure at the orders of the negotiator, but staff members accommodated requests for specific music to keep the perpetrator calm, recognizing that these minor concessions could help manage his temperament without jeopardizing safety. Is wild. So they're using music to control a situation is what I'm also gleaning from this. Now, realizing that I'm realizing some shit. Employees refused to grant airtime for the perpetrator's demands, adhering to police advising and avoiding the broadcast of inflammatory or dangerous propaganda. But I didn't finish that. The other part about the using. Okay, staff members accommodated requests for specific music to keep the perpetrator calm, recognizing that these minor concessions could help manage his temperament without jeopardizing safety. I did. But I mean, just that's so if I play some calm music or some like really, like thrasher shit isn't going to cause people to like, can I, oh my God, like just to think how that helps control a situation is wild. I mean, it's good in this story, maybe, but it's like, oh my God, wild. And then just thinking about how they played music. I forget where it was some war, right? Oh my God. Or like Jim Jones or something. Isn't that like something they used? I'm speaking very, very ignorantly right now. Yeah. So by immediately involving police hostage negotiators, the staff ensured that every interaction with the perpetrator was monitored by professionals, effectively turning the radio station into a vital communication link. And then the interaction with Draper was fraught with complexities that required constant adjustment by the radio team as the hostage taker's mental state fluctuated between calm requests for Jethro Tull songs and threats of violence. The staff had to remain highly vigilant, as you would, I would think. Their efforts were focused on the following priorities. So number one was information management. The staff adapted their broadcasting format, removing commercials and station identifiers to minimize agitation, only to discover that even these shifts became a source of concern for the perpetrator. He noticed that shit. Number two is medical advocacy. When Draper demanded a doctor for a diabetic hostage, the station staff acted as an essential intermediary, relaying these urgent requests to officials while attempting to manage his expectations through patient, steady dialogue. Then number three is internal composure. Despite the looming threat of explosives and the high stakes of the confrontation, the team members maintained a professional demeanor. This allowed them to act as a stabilizing presence for both the police and the individual inside the library, ultimately facilitating a channel for critical information until the standoff reached its final resolution. Then the final reflections that says the events of March 1994 illustrate that radio personnel, while not trained for law enforcement duties, can perform a critical function during emergencies. Their ability to remain composed, follow expert guidance, and prioritize human life over typical broadcast goals was essential. This case serves as a poignant historical example of how media outlets may inadvertently become part of a crisis and the immense responsibility that comes with that role. That's pretty profound right there to me. With people that are covering the talking heads, that are covering my family's tragedy and others. While the standoff ended in tragedy, the collaborative efforts of the station staff and police remain a testament to the importance of calm communication in high stress environments. Okay. Well, color me purple. Anyways. Yes. You won the internet. Okay. You get a W sticker. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. We'll get you a Faraday sticker, right? I'm joking. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Hawkeyes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Been live for 2 hours now. Dang, y'all. Sorry. Because I'm just putting my feelers out is really what I'm doing.
And that is absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. And let me just say hi to everybody really quickly, and then we're going to get into Orson and Orrin West, Tammy Daybell. Oh, and tomorrow night, guess who we have on? No, you're not. You can't guess. That's
Dr.
silly.
John.
I can't hear you. If I can hear you, I should get my meds adjusted. Anyway, we are going to have on tomorrow as a guest Joseph Scott Morgan, the death investigator. He started at 18 in New Orleans, and he's 127 now. It's pretty amazing. He's not that old. He looks like he's about 22, but he's been. I think he's one of the. Been a death investigator like the longest in the nation. He's amazing. He wrote the book Blood Beneath My Feet. It's on Amazon. We'll put up links to that tomorrow. But we don't know what happened with the Tammy Daybell autopsy. We just want to ask him some questions. I told him that, and he so graciously agreed to appear tomorrow night here at 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, let's see here. Let me say hi to people. APD is here, everybody. Green Eyed PI. I hate chocolate red like wine again. Peggy K. Thina. Oh, that's right. Bigfoot season isn't open yet, so I don't need to worry, right? Right. Okay. Linda Taylor, hi there. Ping the Router is here. Let's see. Connie, my one flipping life. Judy Eisler Herod. Apple Brooks. Jill B. Yes, we do need to talk soon, and I hope you have good news for me, my darling. Betty Smith is here. Michelle Lauzon, hi there. I don't know, Michelle, if I've seen you in here before, and I'm absolutely positive that I butchered your last name, so I do apologize. Also, Wiley Doodle is here. Ping the Oh, thank you, Ping. Thank you very much for putting that up. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Wombat Dundee. Hello. Is that by chance somebody from Australia too? Nashville TN is here. I'm glad you made it. I haven't been here for a little bit, have you? Lizard Tia is here. Kelly Gibson. Hello. Marilyn Landis. And let's see. Ivy Me, Insightful One, Be Kind, Mirrored Chats, Avalon Apples, Apple Brooks, Ginger Chaos Muppet. Where have you been, young lady or young man? Kelly Gibson is here, everybody. And Mimi, J2, Ivy Me, I Hate Chocolate, Nay Folk, Rain Dancer, 98405, Washington. Yay. Thank you, Ping. I love Ping. Ping reads my mind, and he finds all these things that I should already have posted. But again, and thank you, Ping, for reminding people. And I say it, but it's best to have it in writing. Ping says, if you have to wait to get paid to donate to us, we say, please keep it. Probably need it more, so we want you to keep that. Okay. Leanne Klein. Hello. Jenny McGee. And let's see. Ginger Chaos Muppet. Insightful One. Amy. Hello. Cat's Eye is here, everybody. As well as Lynn Levy and Rowan to you. And 77 MCL. Joyce is here. Be Kind. The Weird Mom. Hello. Lynn Levy. Connie Rowan Flipping Life. Ginger Chaos Muppet. Tia. I think we're getting everybody. Candy Williams. Leanne Klein. And Green Eyed He-Shay. It is so good to see you, my darling. And Tara W. Kimberly Jolly. Hello. Athena is here, everybody. And let's see, Joyce, Rowan to you, Apple Brooks, National TN.
I'm trying to pinpoint.
K. Amari, good to see you. You were here today, this afternoon, and now you're back at night. Good deal. Veronica Lynn is here, everybody, as well as Jeff L. Hello, Jeff L. And Lisa is here. Betty Smith, Casey Hudson, Mel Mack, Green Eggs and Ham, Kim Schlicker, and let's see, Ishay, Rowan to you. Yay, you're here. Red Like Wine again, Mama Mia. Peggy K. Nana Woolen. My apologies. LM Lee. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Avalon Apples. Carol Donaldson. And Natalie Roberts. Linda Taylor. Lux is here. Oh, everybody. Lux adopted a new disabled.
Oh my gosh. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. I pulled up the same damn video. I'm like, oh, okay. And look, I'm switching screens. Watch. Boom. Oh, damn. Girl. That's okay. Hold on. I clicked on the wrong screen. Oh my God. I need to go to bed. Okay. So I shared this one and then actually have it opened again on this one. So it's funny. But I want to say this is where she says about somebody asked towards the end of the live after he's on there, Joseph Scott Morgan, and somebody asks Tricia about, what's it prove if Patsy wrote the letter or not. And I can't find exactly in the transcript where, but so anyways, I pulled up this other one thinking it was a different one, but it's not. It's the same. Anyways, I'm probably not making sense. But trying to find when he goes off of here. Maybe we'll find it. Oh.
Let's see. Sorry.
Okay.
Just cracks me up, people. Okay, it's the history guy. I'm gonna find him and put him in the description of the show tonight. So anyway, hold on one second. Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Sorry, I didn't mean to just break out in song there. But my life is like a musical. That's how I live every day. I wake up, I sing, I dance. Total lie. Okay, there was one other question. I'm trying to find it.
She's going to talk about her left testicle. So prepare.
Thank you, Kevin Palmer. There is no mayo. People, stop it. There's no mayonnaise in this house. None. Hold on here. Well, now I can't find it.
I feel you, girl.
The mods, yes. Ping had something come up tonight, and so the other mods have stepped in. Love and Coco, Insightful One, and I think that. Oh, Ping is here! Yay! Hi, Ping. I mean, Ping never takes a night off. So when he said he wasn't going to be able to be here, I was like, I get it, but I will deduct his pay, people. It's only fair.
Where was it? Damn.
Oh, Insightful One says, tell everyone to watch Poisonous Liaisons. Absolutely. In fact, let me make a note because I will forget.
September 8, 2021. September 8, 2021.
Yeah, if I don't write down. And by the way, somebody asked me if I have this notebook and if it has witches, like recipes in it. No, but somebody sent.
Self-snitch.
I think you can get these on Amazon. A friend of mine has sent me them, and I love them. They're so fun to write in. So, okay, history guy, link. I think if I don't write this down, I will forget.
Shit.
Podcast link. Set up
boring
interview for announcement.
I mean, all I do is just go back up and
Ow, I shouldn't be writing. I should have my sling on. I just forgot because I don't feel the pain anymore. I shouldn't say I don't feel the pain anymore. I feel the pain terribly so, but a lot of the time I don't, and I start to do something and then it comes back, and I know that's why I should be wearing my sling, and I promise I'll wear it soon. But otherwise I can walk around like this, like I'm just getting ready to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and I think that's a good thing, people. It's patriotic. Okay, let me see. Do you mind if I sit here with my hand over my left chesticle or whatever? My left lung, let's call it that. Okay, there we go.
Armadillo.
Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me the link. Thank you, darling for doing that. I'll put that up in chat right now. Thank you. But otherwise, I think, and then it comes back, and I know that's why I should be wearing my sling, and I promise I'll wear it soon. But otherwise, I can walk around like this. Like I'm just getting ready to say the Pledge.
Arm sling is what she's talking about. Her armadillo thing, arm sling, because they don't have armadillo in the transcript. Just saying.
Allegiance, and I think that's a good thing, people. It's patriotic. Okay, let me see. Do you mind if I sit here with my hand over my left chesticle or whatever? My left lung. Let's call it that. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me the link. Thank you, darling for doing that. I'll put that up in chat right now. Thank you.
Woo!
You are very sweet. Thank you very much. And I hope that is a good recommendation for you, my friend. Here is the history guy. Put this up in chat right now, and I'll put it up in the description as well. There we go.
I don't know who the history guy is. You all?
Oh, Bridget Porter, I did something really stupid that nobody should do. I tried to do yard work. Yard work exercise, and camping. 3 very dangerous things that I don't do anymore. I tried to trim my own hedges. This is international for trimming hedges. And felt fine when I did it, no problem. The next morning I woke up a little sore and then it just went nuts. It was so painful last week that I was going to die. It's much better, but I do need to keep it immobilized. Really. I mean, oh, that's the other thing. Everyone, I am so sorry. I forgot to cover the family that they think might have been killed by algae. They went out for was it a day hike? You know what? If you will hang on, give me just a moment. I will find the story that I was going to read you last night. I am so sorry, everybody. I got off and I promoted it, and then I went, well, duh, you didn't do that, you big clipping dummy. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Oh, God.
So look, I ask. It's just something I've learned to kind of do with her. What wacky things does she talk about in this episode? And so in this episode here from, with Joseph Scott Morgan, September 8, 2021, she talks about, she has Joseph Scott Morgan on, and the wacky highlights the mayonnaise mystery. Tricia repeatedly makes jokes and defends herself against claims that she has mayonnaise in her house. So she's anti-mayonnaise, I guess. And her musical life. This should make Olap's ears perk up. She jokingly claims that her life is like a musical where she wakes up, sings, and dances every day. I think we just lived that, actually. Hedge trimmer disaster. She recounts a painful incident where she tried to trim her own hedges, which resulted in a serious injury that required her to keep her arm immobilized. That's the armadillo, right? Google alert paranoia. She shares her panic over receiving Google alerts. Just reading it just makes it sound freaking crazy. Okay. She panics. She shares her panic over receiving Google alerts for her own name. She don't like hearing bad shit about herself. Only to realize, and this is for everybody else that has ran across the same thing, only to realize that the alerts are often about the CEO of Progressive Insurance, whose name is also Tricia Griffith, who shares the same name as her. And then camping nature fears. She explains why she avoids camping, humorously noting that sleeping in a bag in bear country essentially makes a person a bear taco. Taco Tuesday, huh? Bear Taco Tuesday. The neighbor lunatic. Oh my God. She shares a funny self-deprecating story about her neighbor trying to be nice to her while she feels she behaves like a lunatic. Okay. Man. Y'all, she's a hoot, but damn, she's dangerous hoot. Okay. She's like to unsuspecting people who are who are vulnerable and in danger of becoming exploited, That's just my little community morning. Wow. And it's funny though, how let me write this in somewhere. Hold on, let me copy it. We don't have to type it. Let's see what else we got.
I have a Google alert set up for my name, Tricia Griffith, and I panic when I get a Google alert for Tricia Griffith. It's actually an old one. And the CEO of that insurance, what's the insurance with Flow? The CEO of that is a woman named Tricia Griffith. And I wrote her once and I said, so if you get alerts on your name and you get an alert for Tricia Griffith and it's about somebody talking about some bloody horrific murder, that's me. And I'm sorry. So hang on here. Oh, here it is. Okay.
All right.
There it is. I got to use this hand. I can't do this with my left hand. Just do this really quick. Really
and
quick.
The pap, that should drive me.
And then I'll put this in the discussion room. Well, hey, stop. Whoa, what the heck? Stop. No, stop. Okay, YouTube, this is not my fault. I came to this page and it just started doing this. There we go. I was getting in trouble with YouTube. They don't like me. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. Here's the link to the article. And this is why people, I don't go camping, and I'm not trying to be flippant.
Twilight Zone.
That, and I almost got.
Don't you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone? I do. Oh my God. Wild. So I just did it over here. And this is the one with Orrin and Orson West, Tammy Daybell, and more on Web Sleuths. This is February 23rd, 2021. It's the one that Cindy sent me, and it says, what's wacky in this video. Throughout the live stream, Tricia Griffith shares several lighthearted and quirky personal anecdotes amidst the heavier true crime discussions. gorilla obsession. At one point, Tricia jokes about her desire to move to the Democratic Republic of the Congo to live with baby gorillas and clean up their poop because she finds them so adorable. Oh my God. The cigar toy, she mentions, we saw that. Her dog Scrappy, who has been carrying around a specific toy for nearly a year, like a cigar he constantly chews on. Badger digging, we saw this one. She explains that her dog Scrappy has a ritual where he must pretend he is digging to reach an evil badger, that's in quotes, before he can be happy, so she assists him by moving obstacles out of the way. The portal euphemism. During the discussion about Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, she muses about the bizarre idea of them going into a closet to access portals to kill zombies, jokingly suggesting that there was likely more happening in those closets than just zombie killing. Oh my God. The torn veil. She jokes about a commenter's remark regarding Chad potentially turning on Lori, saying she could sense it from her own torn veil caused by a past surfing accident. What the fuck? I need to hear that. We all need it. Maybe we don't need to hear it. I don't know.
Bing says, Chad is going to roll on Lori. I almost sense it from my torn veil from a surfing accident I had. Hey, Allison, everybody's saying hi to you, and they're sorry you're stuck and not able to get into to chat.
All right, let's go to the portal euphemism.
Gumshoe Story says, I wonder if they ever had sex in the portal. Well, here's what I think. I think when you have two people like that go into a closet alone to get into the portals to kill zombies, I think there's more than zombie killing going on. Yeah, there's some lasers happening, but it ain't a laser aimed at a zombie. Marilyn Landis says, Tricia talking about neighbors of Chad dying at 63 too young. And I mentioned my husband died at 64. Yeah, it is. I mean, the thing is, if it was just Chad's neighbor dying that young, nobody would think twice about it. Wouldn't even be on our radar. But it's just that it happened around Chad. You know, it just is bizarre.
Well, you know what? Beth B, turns out, I'm just saying it because it happened around you. I've got questions, you know, like if you were caring for her before she died. I really do have questions. And I need to shut up because I ain't trying to get sued. We won't be much longer. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Human Animal. I'm sorry. I just see ramblings, and I'm assuming it's Mommy Ramblings blog. You said it's Rainbow Ramblings. I am sorry. I'm not familiar with that YouTube stream.
I forgot about Rainbow Ramblings.
Pointing that out. I appreciate it.
I like Rainbow Ramblings. Just a lady, she's like, oh, well, whatever. Rainbow Ramblings. You know, just a lady talking into a microphone, and she calls, oh my God, I got to find her. Rainbow Ramblings. I'm going to.
Absolutely, Kiki Rose. Kiki Rose says, can everyone keep my kids in prayer tonight and tomorrow? They're leaving at 3 a.m. to drive from Lexington, South Carolina to Pittsburgh. It's my 28-year-old son and 16-year-old daughter. They're road tripping. Absolutely, everybody. Just give them positive thoughts, and they're going to be fine. Tell them to take it slow, stay in the right-hand lane. Don't give a crap if somebody wants to go fast. Let them go around. So definitely, they are in our thoughts tonight, as well as our prayers, Kiki Rose. No question. Keep us posted, okay?
There they are. Hold on. I'll find one. No. Oh my God.
Oh, exactly, Mirror to Chat. Seeing them cavort on the beach with a ukulele was disgusting. Julie Marshall, so true. Poor Brandon. Now, Brandon was married to Lori's niece. He was beside himself. No one should have to leave their home because they're so terrified of wicked people. I agree. Absolutely.
Like, watch right here. I'm gonna switch it to rainbow. Hold on.
Yeah, the portal is a euphemism.
Oh, after this.
I agree, Ping. Absolutely.
That it? All right. Well, that was uneventful. Let's see. Let me find that tab. Where's it at? Here it is. Seniors, I guess, shitted by Social Security. I picked this one. I don't know. Video shows the abuse of U.S. citizens on Social Security. Well, I want to find a true crime one though. But like right here, she's talking about Linda Stanley. And I didn't see anything for web sleuths. I mean, I typed it in the search bar. Revoke his bail. Watch Judge Amanda Suss. Twin monsters. Witness. I know she talks about. I remember her talking about. What's his name? Tiger Production. Whatever. Oh my God, the guys boots on the ground that went to Suzanne Morphew's house and ran across Barry Morphew. I don't know.
Hey everybody, it's Rainbow Ramblings. How you doing? I'm going to vent a little bit about YouTuber Jonathan Lee Riches, also known as JLR Investigates. He's a wildly popular true crime YouTuber.
3 weeks ago.
Who alleged
I didn't know she was even still doing this, but I mean, I want to hear it. March 23rd, 2026. Shout out to Rainbow Ramblings. I love your ramblings.
Lee makes $1 million or more off of his enterprise. He had a domestic relationship with somebody who went by the name of Magnolia Sims. Her legal name is Janie Tennille Phillips. Apparently,
Thank you, Hawkeyes.
JLR, as he's called, was involved in a domestic incident with this woman. And
that is so generous.
It left her with injured ribs, black eyes, a broken.
I can't. I feel bad for talking over that. And saying thank you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But thank you for your generous donation and appreciate you so very much. You don't have to do that. Okay. But I appreciate you when you do that. And I appreciate you when you don't do that. And here, I did find that clip too. I uploaded it. The one I thought I played it over the microphone. I was trying to pull a Tricia. But when I re-listened to it, I couldn't hear it. So I'm just going to play it. And it's funny.
It's like, obviously, the Queen, Mary Tyler Moore.
Yes, doesn't get any better.
We're not worthy.
And I feel like I've met Dick Van Dyke because
you've met Dick.
I've met. Who hasn't met Dick? Raise your hand if you like Dick. Anyway, I think. Wait till you get to be 71. Anyway,
are you running from it? You're running from it.
If you could run, you would.
Oh my God! Well, you do have 2 new knees and a new hip.
I have 2 new hips and a new knee, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
So Dick, back to Dick.
Yeah. I just, oh
my. And she was like, yeah. And I was cutting grass, push mow, had my phone. I was like, oh no, I got to catch this or I'll never go back and find it. And so I clipped that and I was like, oh my God, that's just funny. It was just funny. And a good palate cleanser, right? Because, right? You met Dick. Yeah, definitely you met Dick. Do y'all want to hear this? Or, I mean, I did put Rainbow Ramblings link in the chat. Please go sub up to her. She only has 16 subscribers and I think she needs more, but I guess maybe we'll sample it a little more about JLR.
Broken nose, possible unconsciousness, trips to the emergency room, and also facing facial reconstruction for the damage to her face. What happened was Magnolia and JLR were in a hotel room. She was looking through his work phone and she saw a collection of pornography and several texts that indicated that he was cheating on her. So she confronted him. He beat the stuffing out of her. She tried to call 911. He grabbed her phone and he fled. So she got a temporary restraining order. The word out is that he's going to be charged with 6 felonies for the assault on her. Yeah. Now, JLR is quite infamous.
I'm just saying he violated that Diet Coke bottle. All right. That's all I wanted to really throw in there.
He spent 10 years in prison for fraud. He's quite a character. And he's the reason that you can't get Barry Lee Morphew's court hearings live streamed anymore. The judge says nobody can infringe on the live stream of Barry's hearings, and JLR did. So Judge Amanda Hopkins blocked access to everyone because of JLR. Anyway, I put all the links, to spill all the tea, all the court documents and the filings in the document below. What I wanted to say is JLR is awful lot like Barry Lee Morphew. For example, JLR was 10 years in prison for fraud. Well, Barry Morphew was involved in fraud in the sale of some land, and he also committed fraud in the sale of his landscaping business in Indiana. And JLR is a control freak where Magnolia is concerned. She mentioned in an interview, Jonathan doesn't like flavored coffee, so she's not allowed to drink it. It's an element called coercive control, which is, rampant in domestic abuse situations. If you look at the documents in the Suzanne Morphew case, and I've provided links, Barry used to tell Suzanne what she could and couldn't wear, what to eat and what not to eat. And he micromanaged every aspect of her life.
Oh my God.
And to me, it seemed like they're very much the same. Well, JLR on several occasions, according to Magnolia, strangled her in domestic violence situations. This time, he's caused reconstructive surgery for her face. Suzanne was brutally murdered by Barry, and I provided the links of an archive of her text messages to her family and friends, where she said she was afraid of Barry, that he would emotionally abuse her and physically abuse her, threaten her with guns, etc. So there's the same kind of wild micromanaging of their domestic partner and an escalation of violence to, beat these poor women into submission. Unfortunately for Suzanne Morphew, she wound up deceased. And Magnolia, she's got to get multiple surgeries and she needs counseling. And I'm sure she's going to have a difficult life recovering from all of this domestic abuse. So I've also included in the documents how to get help for domestic violence. Anything from how to safely escape, what to do with your children, how to prepare for court, etc. And even something from the United Nations about how to recognize domestic abuse and coercive control and what to do about it. Anyway, this is very difficult for me to make this little video because I too am a survivor of horrific domestic abuse. So I'd rather just give you the high points, what's going on with JLR, why I think he's similar to Barry Morphew. And then I just want you to look at the links in the documents and weigh it for yourself and click on all the information I provided. And if you know somebody or you yourself are involved in an intolerable domestic situation, please, please, please get all the help that you need. Rainbow loves you and is praying for you, and I have a heart for you and your suffering and your hardship. So peace, love, and donuts, everybody. Thank you for stopping by.
Donuts. Peace, love, and donuts. Right? So what I will do, I did, and thank you for subbing to her. I totally just blanked on Rainbow Ramblings. But I did redirect this to go back to to go to Jolene, right? Hella came in and redirected here, and thank y'all for being here. And then I'm gonna redirect to Jolene. She's still alive. And so what I'll do is play the song. I'm gonna play Smack My Bitch Up, okay? Because it's a good damn song. It's to do with JLR and the domestic situation. And again, I'll have to go scrub it later, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And I appreciate the recommendation from Rainbow Ramblings. So I'll have to share it, but I'll put a thing over it. Okay. They're going to strike me anyway. So it's worth the scrub. But anyways, we're going to roll out and I'll schedule another one. Justice for Tyler, Charles, Tammy, JJ, and Joe. Love always wins. You guys are proof. Thank you so much for being here. Part of the community, right? All right, let's go.